Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Yeah, Dennis is already nodding his head. No. Don't
Calm down, Beth.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday. Today is the first day of March in 2023. And it is also our Friday and Howard's Friday. So we are excited to give you today's show and share with you some judiciously pulled clips of what is absolutely turning out to be. I can't even imagine we have 3 years left on this deal. Like I
can't either.
2 years, 7 months.
I can't believe that we have 2 years and 7 months left of this. You know what's so funny?
Actually,
when
no,
Dennis
I'm sorry.
takes off his glasses,
8
because I'm
months.
so used to you having glasses on. It's kind of like when your dad shaves his mustache off. Like you're not really used to seeing it.
Yeah.
You get kind of a little, oh, no, Daddy, put them back on. Please.
Got to
He's
finish
like
shave my
Clark
facial
Kent,
hair.
master of disguise.
So tonight.
Looking like Superman. You can't recognize him.
You believe Lois Lane was that stupid?
God, I would never knew that was you. It's amazing.
Oh my God.
It's so different. Yes, I got my new gunk hat. I'm very excited. I just I had this made for
It
me
needs to be
on
bigger.
Etsy.
I remember when Dennis Eckersley shaved his mustache. I'm like, I don't know you anymore, Eck. I'm sorry.
He got rid of that. Ooh, that's just wrong. You should never get rid of that.
So I heard you guys talked a little sports yesterday. You talked a little Howard. You talked a little.
We talked a little you and
Talked a little
Verschuli.
Yeah.
me.
Costco.
Monique
Doctor.
popped in the chat for about 5 minutes. And
Not
she
even.
heard us
99
talking
cents.
about you. Somehow we were talking about you as you popped in the chat.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were.
I gave myself 99 cents super sticker. I'm like, what's the cheapest I could possibly be to myself, and then have YouTube take another like 30% of it. So literally, I got charged $1, and I get back 70 cents of that. Go figure. That's the
Wow.
way it works here.
That's Buckwald times 10.
That is Buckwall.
Exactly. Okay, so what we're doing today is we're going to talk about Kiss, obviously. They were in for a very, very large portion of the
bet.
date today. Thank you, T. Busy. Thank you so much.
Condescending, thank you.
We were
Thank
kicking
you,
off.
T.
We were
Busy.
kicking off our final tour for the third time.
Oh my God, that voice. Okay, we want to discuss that. We want to talk about everything that happened with Kiss today. Thank you, T. Busy. We want to talk about everything that happened with them today. But before we go there, we need to talk about how he just needed to shit on AGT and American Idol today. I'm not necessarily sure why. It was all kind of coming from everybody not doing the work to get to that success stage, right?
As far
I
as
think
the
that's-
contestants you're talking about, or the people on the show? The real winners are the judges. It's the easiest job in all of show business.
Of course it is. Thank you,
thanks,
Josh
Josh.
Foster. MLB reference right off the bat. What am I? Kinder's
did
Corner
one-
over here.
Oh, wow.
Nice, Kinder's Corner.
And he
Nice.
did 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, I see that. He gave us $12.34. Thank you
Smart.
so much.
Smart.
Okay, so yeah, so he shat on everyone. He shat on the Midwest. He shat on the contestants. He shat on the judges. Pretty much everybody he possibly could, right? I mean, it was just kind of weird.
No one was spared.
I'm in Long
No one's
Island.
spared.
Monique is also. We're both tri-staters. Dennis is originally from the tri-state. Xavier's from the West Coast. I get very angry when people shit on the quote unquote flyover states like that. It makes me very embarrassed.
it's wrong.
To be from. It is wrong.
It's
It's
utterly
underestimating.
wrong.
Yeah, it is.
It's
So
like
I'm not really
Chicago's-
embarrassed. I just
I'm
think that
embarrassed.
it's
I'm embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed
it's
by it.
myopic and stupid,
Yes.
and it shows him to be just really super ignorant. Is really what it is.
well, he's a 69 IQ. We're not
Snake
asking
boots.
for much.
Now, to be fair, there have been many times I have been in Europe, and I have heard somebody from Texas asking a little lady if he could have another glass of Pinot Noir, and you're almost embarrassed for him as well. So I think it works
Yeah.
both ways.
Glad I wasn't the ugly American over there.
Have
Well-
you guys ever been to Cleveland, dude?
Nope.
No,
It's a
no,
pretty hip
no.
city. It's not. There's nothing. It's a rock and
It
roll
doesn't
Hall of
matter, I'll
Fame.
never
team,
go.
the NFL Hall of Fame.
No.
You
No.
clearly haven't been to Cleveland.
You're
It's
right,
Cleveland.
Ed Rooney. Every American city is equally depressed.
David is from Cleveland.
Is he really?
Yes. I realized that everybody from Cleveland, there's no accent in Ohio. It's completely devoid of accent. Washington State and
That is
Ohio
correct.
are devoid of accent. They have no, you know, you can't tell that Indiana has an accent. Ohio does not.
Coach Dennis is from Staten Island too.
Yes, I am.
Staten
Yes,
Island.
not
Staten
that far
Islander.
from the dumpsters. Just so you know,
I wasn't. No, I lived across the way from, way on the other side from the dump.
babe. The moment you got onto the Verrazano, the moment.
that's
The
bull.
smell would
No.
come No, you see what the problem is? You're just used to it. You know, it's
No, I
kind of
was
like
not.
having somebody in your family that
No, the
smells,
West Shore
but
Expressway.
nobody knows they smell because you're so used to them smelling, and then somebody comes over and says, "God, it smells."
No.
Like
It-
your
Dennis,
dog's
over
what's
what?
the Staten Island feed now at the bridge? What is it, $50 now?
$450.
It might as well be.
Where's that
I
bridge
mean,
going to be paid for, Dennis?
Hey, it's
Where's
only
this
one
money
way.
go-
It's only one way.
What
John.
does
was
Howard
paid
get the
for-
money?
It was paid for in 1980. Now they're stealing the money for the MTA. I mean, that's literally, but no, the smell never made it past Toad Hill. It
That is
stopped before it
absolute
got
lie.
over Grimes and Toad
That's
Hill. It
because
stopped.
you lived there. I'm
I
promising
could
you.
smell it on the West Shore
Yeah.
Expressway.
I
I smelled it. I
promise
smelled
you.
it.
Side.
We used to
Smelled
take
it.
comfort on our way to Great Adventure.
Go to the mall.
Oh,
in the
God,
fact
Jackson, New
that-
Jersey, Monique. Get Jackson, New Jersey.
Well,
Jackson.
but
My
that's the way
favorite
we
time in
went.
the summer, going with my older sister and brother-in-law.
Oh,
the
the
best.
best. The best.
I miss it so much.
The best. It just was such a fun,
Action
and
park
especially
and
if you
Great
did
Adventure.
it like really kind of arbitrarily. It's like, you want to go to Great Adventure today? And it's like, oh my God,
Yes.
yes.
Did you
yes.
do what we did? We would go in the middle of the week because we didn't want to go on the weekends with the
Of
humanoids.
course, in the
'cause
summer
mon-
you
yeah,
went in the middle
go
of the week.
Monday,
It was great.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Yep.
It was great.
And just run on every ride, including
every
the
ride.
spinny thing. What was that spinny thing called?
I know,
Where they
I-
sucked you to the wall.
I do
Oh.
not ascribe to the spinny thing. I am
I
not
love
a
the
spinny
spinny
girl.
thing.
One time, my
Isn't it usually
girlfriend
called
was
the
on the
Roundup?
spinny thing, and I
The Roundup, yeah.
and
Yeah.
this guy vomited, and it spun around and whacked like 20 people in the
Oh,
fucking
that's
face.
no way.
Absolutely not the right
That's
choice.
pretty good, Stevie. Monique goes to Six Flags in 2023 to relive the 80s midlife crisis.
Six Flags is
But
so
yeah.
sad now. It used to be kind
I know, it's depressing, X.
Dude,
It
they
really,
literally
really
they haven't
is.
done any maintenance in any of those parts since like
Oh, I
1995.
can't imagine.
Oh,
I
but
can't
you're so
imagine.
right. My sister said the same thing, X. Oh my God, I can't
Dude,
believe you
they're
said that.
so fucking-
Okay, I'm going to give you one from a blast from the past. You ready?
Yes.
The haunted
Yeah,
mansion.
They
What
had a
was it called?
Halloween thing at Great Adventure, right?
No,
Every
no,
Halloween.
no.
you went
It
in
was
Disney?
down in no. It was down on the Jersey Shore. It was called the
Oh, I
haunted.
don't know that one.
Which
Oh my
town?
God! People died there. Remember, there was like a fire and like all these
like-
kids died.
That was in
It was
That's what
the
they get.
best haunted house in the world.
it was on the shore.
Yes, it was
Seaside
in.
Heights?
No,
what's-
not Asbury.
Not Seaside Heights. It was in
Oh, come on, somebody know. Long Branch
like
Haunted
Long
Mansion.
Branch.
Oh, I don't
Long
know
Branch,
that.
yeah, Long
I
Branch.
honestly don't know that. I don't know.
Oh
that
my
one.
God, John!
Yeah, that was actually
it
really
was
good.
the
And yes, people did die.
It sucks I missed it. I wish I knew it. I wish I didn't.
I am sorry that you did not get to see that because I am telling you, it was so scary and so much fun.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking.
We
it up
were
for
obsessed
us.
with amusement parks, like in my
Yes.
team, obsessed with it.
This is
It would
so-
no matter where we went. King's
this is-
Dominion in Virginia.
This is what it looked like. It was the haunted
Oh my
mansion in Long
God.
Branch, and
Wow.
God, that's so cool.
That's some
That's
memories
so cool.
there.
yeah. It was really.
And there's it burning.
It was
Speaking
really
of
creepy.
amusement parks, did you know? Does anybody in the chat know, Monique? I don't know if you know this. Xavier had Expose play at his high school graduation.
To the
event.
point of
Disneyland, yeah.
no
And- And Crazy Robin had Jodie Watley play at hers in Disneyland. I swear to God.
Really?
Yeah, that used to be a thing, dude. It used to be really
Ah, it's
cool.
so
Grand
crazy.
Night, it was the coolest
We
thing.
didn't have that in New York. Sorry.
We didn't have that in New York.
Yeah.
We had Taylor Dane at ours. You know,
Exactly.
she was my date.
That was Dane.
Oh, I have a great video of Taylor Dane somewhere. I wish I could play it for you guys, but she's really
What,
close friends
now?
with my girlfriend in LA,
Oh.
and they were at a party at my girlfriend's house, and completely randomly, "Tell It to My Heart" comes on to the radio.
Oh
and they're
wow!
like,
Yeah, yeah.
No, and then she starts, "Tell it to my heart," and she still has like an amazing voice.
Those lips, right?
Oh, beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. Me and Arm really got screwed with amusement parks. We went to
I know, Adventureland.
Adventureland. Okay, Adventureland
Oh my
had that
God.
big slide, right? That
Casey.
one
Adventureland, exactly. That's exactly what that was.
is in
I went there
Whitestone, wasn't
too.
it? In Whitestone?
Yes.
Yes, we used to go there too. And there was that great, okay, so across from Adventureland was that great arcade. There was a huge arcade there,
my
and there was a
God.
huge bowling alley, wasn't there? Am I going
Yep.
crazy?
No, you're not.
Well,
you're not.
crazy.
No,
but yeah.
you're right. Oh my God, it was so long ago. Holy
Oh my
Christ.
God, so long ago.
No worries, Casey, because as John Mayer wrote about you, your body is indeed a wonderland. It always will be.
Wow.
Okay, it's getting uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm getting a little weirded
Xavier.
out now.
Xavier, you know what
Yes?
Adventureland was like? It's like, okay,
Why New
because it was
York?
one of those places I used to dream about going to when I was a little girl, because there used to be the show
Yes?
called the Banana Splits. And
Oh,
on the
yes,
Banana
yes.
And they
Splits,
had it there.
they used to have that thing that went down like this, where you would just get like
Exactly.
whoop-de-doo,
right,
like
like
the
a potato
camelbacks?
sack. You got a potato
Yeah.
sack and you went down that thing. And then the first time I saw Adventureland, I was like, oh, they have that thing. They have that thing. And I begged him to let us go on that. And yes, of course, they always indulged
You'll poke
me,
your
so-
eye out.
No. I had the best daddy in the world. Unlike Howard, who had the worst father known to mankind. Okay, it's
Yeah.
a little warm in here. I can't believe I'm already warm. I was like freezing. I'm sorry. I got to put on
Beautiful
some air.
outside. What are you
I'm
talking
going to put
about?
on some air. Hang on.
It's actually it's kind of cool. It's a crisp 63 for all you people that are freezing. It's a cool 63 here.
She's singing expose in the background. Oh, that was good. That echo is phenomenal.
Dude, one of the best nights of my life.
What with you got kicked off stage, right? How did that go?
No,
So
no.
You
My friend
stage
tackled
dove?
me. I had,
okay.
I already had like one leg up on the, the little metal. They had that metal fencing in front that's just like 4 feet tall. So I already had like one leg up there, and I was getting ready to do the heave ho, and they just grabbed me. Before I was-
A lot of people have stage diving stories at like punk shows. Xavier gets bounced from an expose show. That is unprecedented.
Almost.
That's-
Well, it was grad night. Come on. I behaved myself during Men Without Hats. How's that?
What am I, witchy poo over here?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Fluty.
G Cannon is a little upset that it's above freezing here.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Sorry, I get to wear torch. Okay, so let's talk
my
about
shorts.
how he was just basically shitting on everybody today. So my first clip is him
But do
shitting
you remember
on
how
AGT.
wait, before we start context, do you remember how upset he was when Ellen DeGeneres got that gig on America's
Oh
Got
yeah,
Talent
yes.
over him?
Yep.
He was beside himself. 'cause
He went off
worshipped
on
that
her
shit.
hours a
but
day.
now that shit fucking kicked him to the curb, now they're like, oh.
Yes.
He spent hours goofing on Paul Abdul and Randy Jackson, how softball they were, and as it turns out,
America's judge.
Howard's beer league when it comes to softball.
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
the worst.
For my prom, says Aldi, I had exposure. It was in an ice castle. Frostbite.
Oh wow,
Jesus Christ.
Monique's favorite movie and favorite song. Melissa Manchester, right? Ice Cat, is that what it is?
Wow.
I think it actually was cold.
Please don't let this feeling end.
Ah,
it's
Jesus
more than
Christ.
I can. End.
Dig that
Your
one up.
array of music knowledge.
It's disturbing.
That's from my like.
How are you
older
on
sister.
80s music? I know you're very
I'm
good
okay.
on like that because I played a game with Xavier
It's
once
catchy.
where I literally just went through a shit ton of songs and he could do the lyrics for every single song. Every song.
Okay, I got my my strong, I have
They're
my
catchy.
ballywick.
Those 80s songs are catchy.
Yep.
They're
It's-
catchy.
There was
They're
nothing
catchy.
to do at the time, so you just watched MTV and listened to the radio all the
Exactly.
time.
Because I was
So you
hungry like
learn
the
this
wolf.
stuff through osmosis.
Cry out loud.
I used to go on my
Don't
roof.
cry out
I used to go
Just
on my
keep it-
roof because that
Autobot,
was the
that's
only
great.
place I could get WLIR. And because, the service was so horrible in Brooklyn. So I would go on my roof on like a club. And
Rabbit
I would like
ears.
spin my rabbit ears around until I got it. And then when I finally got it, I would record because during the summer, like Memorial Day weekend and Labor Day weekend, they would have the Hot 100. And so they would play the top songs of the year. And I would record them on my tape recorder. And I still have every single one of
So,
those tapes.
Do you
Yeah.
really?
Yes, I do.
Loser.
I believe
So,
that.
all right, to address Jeremy Harrelson. No.
Well, let me see. You have to actually speak it so that people
Oh.
that listen on a podcast.
So Jeremy Hallison's
right
asking,
there.
at the Jackie chair, someone in a thread today brought up a good point. Kiss' biggest commercial U.S. hit was a song named Beth.
If
Dennis
I
brought that up
hear
yesterday.
you
Did Howard
calling-
ever bring it up?
No.
No.
No,
The
it
chat
wasn't
brought that up
s-
yesterday, guys. We talked about that yesterday. The chat brought it
And
up.
he still didn't
Wait.
bring it up.
Yep.
It still
Wasn't
was not
that sung
part
by
of-
Peter Chris? Maybe that's why they
Detroit
don't like
Rock
Tough
City
That's
Guy.
why.
their biggest hit?
Yeah.
It
Yes,
was
it
the
is.
biggest hit. Yeah,
It was in
it's the only
top
one I
10.
know.
They made a movie out of it. How
Beth?
could it be that fucking shitty song?
Beth?
Beth?
Yeah.
There's no Beth movie.
What Beth
No.
movie?
Kiss
No,
had a
the-
movie, right? In
There's a
some
Detroit
late
Rock
70s or
City
something.
movie.
Okay,
used
what
to
does that
be
have to do with
scared.
Beth? Beth is the song. But I can't come
no, what I'm
home
saying is
right
I-
now.
Oh my
I
god, I
assume
hate that
that-
song so much.
Rock City was
the
a bigger hit.
boys playing.
It's more, yeah.
And
like
we
it was
just
in top
can't
10,
find
like
the
number
sound. Just a few more hours.
That's it, Monkey Fan.
I
Kiss
will
meets the
be
Phantom
right
in
Dude,
the
you're killing
bar.
me
home
right
to
now.
you.
Oh, it used to scare the shit out of me.
Oh,
It's like a
Beth,
horror
I
movie.
hear you
Mike
calling.
McGann.
Can you stop?
Oh, Beth, what
I'm gonna
can
start doing
I
Sade
do?
if you don't.
Bam, bam, Beth, what can
Nice job, Monique. I don't even know. I don't even know.
Black
Black
shouldn't
Dot.
know it. No one should know it. It's such a horrible song.
Was Kiss ever? Oh, is that?
No,
What
they
is
were
that?
never on Scooby Doo. They were too early. And
What
too
am I
late.
hearing now? Is that
Something
Bond?
so I can do a
Dear
copyright
God.
on
Bruce.
this.
That's Bruce Hornsby.
Stop.
I do believe
please.
Kiss was on Scooby Doo.
They were? I don't think so.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Josh, we'll-
Shitting on AGT. Here we go.
Okay, thanks.
I like watching people singing and auditioning. I guess I do like it. I hate the shtick. It's what I hated about America's Got Talent when I was
I
a
hate
judge
that.
on there for 4 years. I hate the little parts where they clown around in between.
God
the
forbid
kids
they
coming
actually-
in.
What the
The
judges?
shtick. The judges will start singing or teasing one another, or they'll have Katy Perry sliding around on the floor, or it's weird. It's like when I was on America's Got Talent, I've talked about this before. They
Ad
were
nauseam.
always encouraging us to have orchestrated fun,
Ooh.
and I just hated it. I hated hanging around with, and no offense to the Howie or Heidi or the other one, Mel B.
Mel B.
The other one.
Yeah, I just couldn't stand I hate orchestrated fun.
He's such a
right.
fucking
You know why he hates
Dick.
that? Because he's not funny or fun.
or fun.
I mean, and that's why. I mean, the other three were having fun with it because it's a goofy show. There's nothing serious about this. It is a goofy talent
But
show.
beside that, you're getting paid a shit ton
$20 million
of
a year.
money to just no, it wasn't that much.
You sure it wasn't
15.
20
It was
million?
15. I
Yeah,
got.
I thought it was like 15.
It's still
I
a
think it was
lot of money.
15.
I mean, that's psychotic
Nonetheless.
money.
Of course
course.
it is, Dennis. Of course it is.
But-
And he was easily paid higher than anybody else on the show.
It's your
Oh,
one
easy.
job. Your one job is to, offer some mild criticism to these shitty
couldn't even
acts
do
that
that.
come on that
He
show.
couldn't even do
Couldn't
that.
even do that.
He couldn't. He sucked.
And
Everything
to try
was
and
with
be
shtick.
just a little bit more human. And he couldn't do it.
there's a GIF out there of him trying to defend himself against Howie and I can't think of her name all of a sudden, Heidi Klum. That like I'm a liar, I'm a compulsive liar. Like they're like yelling at him because I don't know what he did, but it's a GIF out there.
remember that,
They
yeah.
hate him. I mean, the look in their faces is like get away from us. Like we hate you, and it's like
Yes.
everything about him was just
Yep.
an absolute prick.
Thank
So-
you, Coach.
Good
Howard's
use.
show is far more orchestrated and far more scripted than
Yep.
anything on
It's
AGT,
not
and
even
most
close.
of that is
There's
fake. It's
nothing
not
that's
even close.
organic or real on his show.
Did you guys? By the way, is there anything more douche chillier than what he did, Howard? When they would do these interstitials and it would show Howard slow mo walking to like fucking Ariana Grande or Justin Bieber or Adele. That's far douchier than them having fun. And anyone who tries too hard to act cool, that's even douchier. And he would try to be like rebel off to the left, and I can't engage in this. That looks worse to me. And it was
Yeah, but
that
you know
was
what?
worse.
If you're on camera, right? And Xavier, you know this. If you're on camera,
Yes.
your initial need is to be on, right? Is to be like kind of a little bit more animated than you might normally.
depends. Yes.
No. Here's the
Be.
thing. you can't
Amplify yourself.
You can't be on,
Yes.
on TV or any sort of media for X amount of time before your true personality comes out. So you have to have the personality to begin with. It's really obvious at the
doesn't have
beginning
one.
when people front that there's something that they're not. So Howard, when he was on AGT, he thought he was going to be this slick, witty, whatever. And after a while, it just became obvious, apparent that dude has
All right.
no charisma. The dude's just he's just someone's corny dad.
Yeah.
But left to his own devices, he dry humped and finished on Nick Cannon on the couch.
Exactly.
That's his
So-
version. Anything went gay, and then the gay dancing with that was
Yeah, here we
worse
go.
than anything they did.
This is how much they hated him. Watch this.
He's so
watch
corny,
this.
dude.
Watch
the
him
thing,
trying to
he's
defend
so
himself, and they're
corny.
like pointing at him and going, "We've had enough of you," and they just walk away from him. Like literally, this is one of the greatest ones ever. How much they despised him.
It was a disaster. It was an outright disaster. And I'm not even
Flaming
any
disaster.
hyperbole. They moved the show to New York. They paid him that shit
They
salary.
hate him.
They didn't get what they paid for. They got this crazy bait and switch. He's such a pain in the ass diva, high maintenance piece of shit. They
They
had
had
to deal
no
with
idea
that.
what they were
It's
getting into.
disaster. And the
No.
ratings dropped. And the ratings dropped.
Because
it
he
was Howard.
became,
And
he
here's the thing.
became.
Here's the thing. I have worked with Howie extensively.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my friend knows him, and I've worked with him. He's the same exact dude on camera and off camera.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
No joke. He is total germophobic off camera. He's totally like a normal dude off camera. And what you see on the show, is if you were just
what you
walking down
get.
the street with him.
Right.
Howard, on the other hand, is just this miserable fucking curmudgeon that he wants to be like the life of the party, but he just sucks.
But he was
See,
hired
because-
on the premise of being provocative.
Exactly.
And speaking
See,
his mind, even that
people-
fucking first commercial with the hose. Remember that Super Bowl commercial
Oh,
with the hose?
horrible.
Absolutely.
He's gonna-
Absolutely. But
The
people,
problem is he
you know,
doesn't have a personality,
He doesn't.
Or
he doesn't.
wait.
and I don't think he
Or
realizes
the
it.
intelligence. Or the intelligence to be
To
equipped
create a
on camera.
personality.
Yeah, dude,
You
no,
know?
Dennis is right. To
He
be
had an
like
earpiece.
that guy, you got to be a pretty smart guy. You can't,
Yeah.
you
He
can't
ain't
like
that
just
guy.
pull shit out of your ass like that.
That's
You know,
why.
if you're
That's why
dumb.
everything he's ever done, other than that show, has been completely manufactured and tailored towards what the radio show, and
Yes.
so that's what he knows. That's all he knows.
And remember, he was the only person on that panel that had an earpiece.
really,
Only one.
He's
The
Well,
essentially-
only one.
that's the hair, Dennis,
I
right? The
mean-
hair can also cover the earpiece, so you can't
Yep.
see. Yep. I mean, that's
interesting.
He's
All right, let's-
essentially, Ron Burgundy on in that
Anchorman.
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 Remember when they fuck with his teleprompter?
Yes.
And you just read it like verbatim. That's
Yep.
basically
I
what
don't
Howard
believe you.
is. Howard's personality has always been
Look at this.
Look at
like
that.
mean,
Jackie or
what is
someone
this?
giving him a
Yep.
line. Without
Who
them,
wants
he
to see
flops.
that?
And who would actually put him on for another season? Like seriously, after season
they
one, I'd be
signed,
like, yeah,
remember-
no,
No, fuck. They committed to that.
I would've
It was
given
like-
him
Robin
money.
in the 4 years.
The
Yeah,
problem
one of
is,
those-
and I
it
go over
could've-
this all the time, Generation X is now exported into the producer role, and he has super fans out there that do the hiring, and they think they're getting 90s Howard, and they give him anything he wants. This is
Exactly.
one of
remember-
these
You
guys.
don't know that
Yep.
90s Howard was really basically Jackie.
Yeah,
You
it
know?
really was. It really
I mean,
was.
It really
Just
was.
Jack-
I mean,
but-
like him or not like him, that was Howard.
But you know,
And they
the,
thought they were
the-
getting that dude.
well, the thing is also Buckwald never signs a 1-year contract.
Never.
Ever.
Never.
Yeah,
Never.
No.
Wow, this is just that is just
And that's why,
Jesus
like,
Christ.
the
I gotta
perfect
move on.
one
I
of the
gotta move
perfect
on. I
examples
gotta
of
move
this-
on.
Oh, can we start the show? I guess?
Well, I'm not saying the perfect example of this is when that dude called up about I have a check. I'm gonna come in to pull your thing. Howard was completely caught off guard, and he was,
But he baited him, and
how
he said,
does the
"Yeah,
check
come
work?"
on, come on."
No. But the thing is, he doesn't know how to really like give it back.
No,
Without,
he
like,
doesn't.
Someone giving him a little slip.
Well, that's the same thing with Gary. That's why you constantly hear.
To quote Bill O'Reilly,
Christ.
Oh
every
my God!
curl
So you
is
give
manufactured.
Bond just a little bit of like information.
Just a little.
I want to feel.
Stop it. Let me go into the next clip. It's really quick, so let me just do this one real quick.
Gets up and he starts,
He's talking about Lionel Richie getting up and hugging one of the contestants. Okay.
young man, let me hold you. Let me hug you. These are successful artists. They don't want to hug anybody, especially some of these gross people who walk in on American Idol.
So he's calling everybody who comes in like a gross person from the middle of nowhere who's just come off their farm, and that's why they're on the show.
Yeah, I comment on that as like, you know, commoners are gross.
Or gross.
To him,
Yeah.
the commoners are gross.
Let's hear a little bit more about what he thinks
Yeah.
about kids on American Idol. Here we go.
All of these kids who walk in, they're kind of just lazy assholes. They all have the same stories. Like,
Lazy assholes.
Yeah, lazy.
Yeah. So the 16-year-old who's trying for a shot at fame because,
They have ambition.
yeah, lazy
No,
assholes.
there's no music
Nobody-
industry. There's nowhere to promote yourself anymore.
No.
You can't do. You
Never-
got to hit a lightning bolt like that show. You can't.
That's exactly
be a
right.
music-
That's exactly right. Okay, hang on.
gonna gave me a break, anything. They all have the same stories. Like, nobody never gonna gave me a break, anything. No one ever gave me. I'm like, well, douchebag, who do you think gets a break? No one. Maybe.
So jealous. So jealous.
I don't even know. Nobody never gave me the opportunity. Some kid walks in off a farm. Nobody ever, where I live, gave me a break at anything. And then the judge goes, wow, that's what's great about American Idol. No, they're missing the point. There's a lot of fuckers out there who can sing. But there's very few fuckers who are willing to leave the farm and go to Nashville or Los
Leave your
Angeles.
basement. Or go
And
to
what
Manhattan.
the hell makes you think that if this 18-year-old leaves their home, goes to LA, especially coming from the fucking frail Veal who never went further than Detroit and had to be within 15 miles of Long Island to be by mommy for most of his job career. But go on, continue to tell us about how an 18-year-old should just go to LA and see if they can make it.
Like they're
York and work
guaranteed
in
to get
dingy
signed in this
clubs
state of
and
music.
bust their hole, fucking writing every day and writing songs, getting rejection. They make their own breaks.
Or you
Yeah.
could steal from
can-
Steve Dahl and make your
Yeah.
own breaks too. So yeah, I mean, I guess
Tit for tat.
There'd be
know
a
what?
music industry if Howard wasn't downloading from Napster all the time.
exactly.
We could do everything
is,
get
uh,
signed.
This is coming from the dude whose daughter was topless on Broadway.
Off,
Yep.
off,
Right.
off,
Off
Broadway.
Broadway.
Off Broadway.
Sorry, well,
Way.
even better.
Yeah,
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 she
okay,
couldn't make it.
okay.
If she could, I'm sorry, your wife couldn't make it with you behind her.
Mastercard.
Yes, and agents and agents and agents and agents. Is he projecting onto Emily right now?
Yeah, yeah,
Is what we're hearing?
yeah.
Is this like for?
Sounds it.
I'm sorry, your wife couldn't even make it. So what
Mom
is it you're
caves.
talking about?
Come
What
on.
are you
Mom- yeah,
talking
Mom
about?
That is like a
caves.
legendary
Oh.
Is
show.
that considered success? Some.
My Posh Pets?
You're right. I take it back. I take it
There's
back.
only when you're on the
Yeah,
cover of
yeah,
Stepping Out magazine is only going
It's
down
just so
from
funny
there.
that he's shitting on kids with ambition, and yet, and then I mean, it's not like his sister's getting paid to take pictures at the
at
vet,
a
whatever.
scam charity.
Oh, it was.
scam
Oh,
charity.
that's right.
Right?
Yeah,
It's
no,
not like that's
not like
going
that's
on.
no.
Did
no,
his
no.
I mean,
sister
not everybody-
make her own breaks?
Not
Just by
everybody can
coincidence
get on
ended
the
up at North
cover
Shore?
of Whirl magazine. I mean,
Whirl,
seriously,
of course, Whirl. How can we forget Whirl?
I mean,
World
going
famous
Whirl.
Whirl. World famous.
world famous.
So
Then why take the job if it's such a shit show? It's so beneath you. Why take the job unless it's a total and utter cash grab and promote it every
feels
day
that
on your
everybody needs to do the work. Everybody needs to come up the way
Singing
he
is
did.
the work. There's
It
nothing.
is
There's no
the
other
work.
job description. Singing
If I
is the
may.
work.
Yeah.
Monique, if I may,
Yes.
midlife crises.
Oh,
Wants
what?
to know about an extra large gunk shirt. Where do you get it? Well, you go to the website, right? It's linked.
Go to
Right.
TeePublic, tpublic.com.
TeePublic.
Type in Radio
Or
Gunk.
just go to our website. Go to the sticky things on top.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right. It
stuff
says
on the
buy a
back,
T-shirt,
too.
you cheap Fs. That's
Yes,
what it
Yes,
says.
exactly.
Chief Phony Feathers. The Mike Walker game, I believe he got paid for it, but he also, the wig pro quo was so they don't report on him. So he made deals
Correct.
with all the rags that they don't gossip on him if he promoted them. Shit like, Richard Johnson and Mike Walker, they wouldn't report on him if he stayed in their good stead or promoted them.
Right. So let's continue with the kids on American Idol, and basically here's what's going to happen with their lives.
You know. So, some of these kids look like they climbed out of a swamp. and then right after American
that's
Idol, they go
ironic.
back to parking cars or whatever the fuck they did on
That's
the farm.
Ralph's job. That's how you met him, getting blown by Ralph.
Go
Barkley.
back to the farm and park cars. Does
I
he
know,
not know what happens on farms?
So eloquent, Dennis, right? $4,000 a minute for that eloquence we just
Go
heard.
back to the farm and park some cars.
Isn't that an oxymoron? You can't park cars.
I don't know. I mean, I've never seen a car farm.
I don't know. Hold on.
I tried everything. No one's willing to pay their dues these days. Everyone wants instant success. That's what they want. That's
except
the
Shuli.
TikTok generation. Let me tell you something. Kiss's first album only sold 75,000 copies.
Now, I don't know how this was a segue or why there was like this weird segue from paying your dues into like, look what Kiss had to do in order to get as far as they have. I'm like, not sure. And yes, the Robin laugh is driving me bananas today.
That's when you don't have the energy to do the real cackle. You go
So-
to that.
Yeah.
All right, so that's his little 69 IQ trying to, because remember, he's only as good as that last conversation. They were probably talking about Kiss beforehand, and that little tidbit kind of popped into his
Yes.
small brain.
Yes. Cheap
Well, it's
phony
probably from
feathers. Who
Sal,
else
I'm
has
sure.
Ralph been a stylist for? Absolutely nobody.
No one.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Since he was 18 years old.
He was
no
18
one
years
else.
old. He had taste up his ass. He
Well,
still
he
thinks
taste
that
ass,
he's
yes.
he's so incredibly entitled. He is seriously one guy that if I ever saw in the street, I would really just want to like trip him. You know what I mean? Just like
Yep.
put my foot out and just push him right the fuck over. I detest him, and I detest his entitlement and his just sheer hubris. And you know, it's all going to collapse when this man leaves. It really is. It's just going to collapse. And I
Well,
I
he's
look
on
forward
the,
to
but
it.
he's on the retirement
Pension
plan.
plan.
So
I don't give a
so
shit what
bad.
he's on. All I know is that, you know, when he doesn't have Howard behind him,
care.
you know, any of the shit that he says is going to
He's
be
50
just
something
like,
years old already. I don't think he'll care.
He's pushing
yeah,
60, Dennis. He's on the wrong side of the double nickel. I
Jesus
think he's pushing
Christ.
60.
double side of the nickel. All right. So then,
Nothing sadder than an old queen.
sorry, I just had this little clip. So she's been doing this a lot. She's been saying, oh my, a lot, and it's driving me insane. So here, it's just a little clip.
That's what it says on the license plate.
Oh my.
She says it all the time. It just drives me
Yeah,
insane.
Welcome.
Things with Blobbin have been very annoying.
Weird.
That weak ass choking laugh has
Horrible.
been very prominent the last week.
Yeah,
And,
that's her
um,
new thing. Robin Takei. That's exactly
And
right.
yeah, in that case, it's cold Japanese food. Probably doing George the guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so then he gets into just the smallest thing about his dad and his dad yelling at him because, and I don't know where this
Good
comes from,
God.
and you guys can back me up on this, but he's talking about how he was 30 years old and still not on the radio. I don't know.
Bullshit.
Okay, let's listen and then we
What
can
a
talk
liar.
about it. Hang on.
Look at you. You will say you want to be in radio. You're 30 years old. What's wrong with you, too? He's 30 years old, and he's still not on the radio.
So this
Okay.
was like a whole thing. Yeah, I know.
So, let's see, 30 years old, 1984, he was
WNBC.
on K-Rock.
WNBC.
Oh, no, that's right. That's right. He got fired from WNBC that year.
86, he started at K-Rock.
No, 85, I thought he started at
80
K-Rock.
at
He got fired
86.
in 84.
There was probably but I have him at 86 starting at K-Rock.
Oh,
He replaced
good.
Jay Thomas.
It's okay. So he was born in 1954.
Yeah, he was 30 years old in 84.
Yep.
So,
Howard was a kid when WKRP in Cincinnati came out.
Yeah, exactly. He used to
Stern-
listen to Mark Coppola when he was a kid.
Nicolas Cage's brother.
Right. So he worked at R&W until
76,
1977, where he became program director and then got $250 a week.
Lie.
Then he went to WCCC in 1979 in Hartford. Then after that,
Josh,
80
right?
for like 6 months. Detroit for 6 months.
Detroit. You're right. That was just a quickie.
Oh, it is 85. Huh.
WWDC is in 81.
So he was on
K-Rock,
WNBC. Jesus.
I didn't
Time
listen to him
flies.
back then, to be honest. with
He
you.
sounded like a wicked witch, right, Monique? I'd be driving around with
Oh,
people as a
horrible.
little kid, and I was,
Nasal weirdo.
scary. As if
My
to be
father
like a little,
hated it, detested
Yep.
it because my dad was like a very big wins news time 10:10, you know, and so that's what we used to listen to in the car. And if for some reason it went to like a Howard thing, it's like, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
You know, what is
it was
that?
a weird station.
Steve
that's
Z over here. Pretty soon, Howard is going to be younger than Beth somehow.
Somehow that will work itself out.
Absolutely.
Somehow
Just
that
not-
will work itself out. Yes,
You know what
we
used
are.
to follow
midlife
Howard
crises.
Monique back then on
What? Who?
the New Jersey Nets, because I used to listen to it on the radio.
Really?
because we couldn't-
Right. Oh my
yes.
God! Because
We were in-
his show
remember
ended
that?
at 7.
Yes,
Yeah.
Daryl Dawkins, Buck Williams, Otis Birdsong.
Really?
Who am I?
Holy
Michael
crap.
Ray Richardson over
Oh my
here.
God, Autobot AI. Yes, that was actually the worst thing about that show. Is
Oh,
that was constant. That was his crutch. That was his
Yep,
crutch back
that's
then.
right. The golf. That's right.
Oh, it was horrible.
Do it on.
Okay, I want to move on a little bit.
Darwin
Oh, okay. So can we talk about? Can we talk
Michael
about the?
Corrin over here.
Can we talk about the train crash in East Palestine?
oh, you mean the thing happened 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
3 weeks ago. Cold,
Yes.
cold Chinese
Yes.
food.
Let's listen to the stupid people talk about that. Here we go.
Very stupid people.
The one in
But-
Ohio?
The one in Ohio. But
Yeah.
the thing that I love about the story is I didn't know this. There's a fucking town out there named East Palestine. They say
Yes.
Palestine. Now, it's probably East Palestine, but nobody in this country to be called Palestine.
For
Who
a
the
while,
fuck
I
knew?
didn't know it had happened in America. 'Cause
What?
they were
Right.
saying-
Me neither. I was like, man, isn't that near Israel?
You feel your IQ dropping, chat?
Everybody
Hear that?
dropping.
Everybody's dropping your
As
IQ.
it was
More
brought up-
chromosomes lost.
Everybody dropping.
Nice
As
show.
it was brought up in the thread, my God, what's he going to do when he finds out about Bethlehem, Pennsylvania?
Exactly.
It might just blow his mind.
What was the one you said today, Xavier?
Lebanon, is it Connecticut or?
yeah.
New
There's
Hampshire?
a few
New
Lebanons.
Hampshire.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a couple of Lebanons. Yeah, I don't know if he can handle that. I mean,
Yeah.
and
Well,
put
according
blobbing-
to the interweb, there are 13 cities in the United States named Palestine.
There's an Auschwitz, Arizona. I'm just kidding.
So it's like an oven. Oops. too
Oh,
soon.
wow. Too soon.
Wow. Wow.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Wow.
make sure to enjoy our new YouTube channel. popping
Yes,
up
like and
this week.
subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe to our new channel.
Sometimes white women go with black. No.
Miami Town.
All right, so then he moves on and he's talking about the train thing, and I'm not
Wait, wait.
really even paying attention. Yes, sir.
But Blobbin saying that happened in America, it was all over the news. Like you're a news
newswoman.
person.
Come on.
A newswoman, right? Highest
How
paid
do you
newswoman.
not know that?
Not gonna lie, there was a thing that came over the my news feed yesterday that said that they had stopped all air traffic in St. Petersburg. And I'm like, God, that's horrible. I can't even, it must be horrible for anybody who's like flying in tonight, like into Florida.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's St. Petersburg, Russia. It's
Russia.
like, oh,
That place.
okay. It's the other one. It's the other St. Pete's.
The other place.
That's pretty good, Jeremy. Do you think Jamaica, the island, is embarrassed by Jamaica Queens?
Yes.
It should be.
Have you
It
been
should
to
be.
Jamaica Island?
Yeah. Wow,
They
Jamaica
should.
Queens is
That's
pretty
a
bad
push,
too.
bro.
That's a
It's a
tough-
push.
That's a Sophie's choice of
Yeah. It
Jamaica's,
It really is.
to be honest. All right, I'm going to move on to. So then he starts talking about Ohio and wants to know if they are integrated. Okay, I don't know where this is coming from. Here we go.
I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they do have brown. I don't know. What's Ohio? Is it racially integrated or is it still one of those lily white?
Racially integrated.
Well, they have cities,
Oh, they
and
bust it?
they have.
Well, listen to Robin justifying Ohio. This is her knowledge of Ohio. Here we go.
They have a mix.
Listen,
of
Rob.
Wait, let me go
Is
back.
it racially integrated or is it still one of those lily white?
Well, they have cities, and
They have cities?
they have some
All right.
industry.
Industry.
And so they have a mix
Listen,
of
Robin.
people, and
Mix
then
of
they're in
people.
the white area.
God, this is embarrassing.
Robin, I haven't left the house in 3 years. I don't know what's doing out there.
That is
Nice-
true.
nice
you
humble
wouldn't know
brag.
what any town looked like.
Yeah,
So
'cause,
eccentric.
Ohio
Oh,
joined the
what?
union 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Monique, when I go to Jupiter, Florida, I usually wear a spacesuit because I just don't know what to
Yeah,
do.
exactly. Right. It's a gigantic
I wear my
Jovian
Justice League
city.
spacesuit.
And I get all my hair stuff in Sebastian, Florida.
Here's the thing, and this is really funny. Is like, and then he'll have Dave Chappelle on in the next couple of years, and he'll ask him about life in Ohio.
Exactly.
Oh, I know.
It's
He
like,
was obsessed with that.
like, I knew the whole time you lived in Ohio, Dave.
So anyway, he does this and he talks about this train crash, and then he segues into a guy who I guess got some sort of inhaled some toxicity, and now his
really
voice
messed him
is
up.
really weird and high, which
pitch.
then leads him into being able to do something called Leprechaun Man. And I see from Dennis's face that this is something that you don't really want to hear, but unfortunately you have no choice, because if I had to fucking hear it, then you did too.
I heard it too, and I'll hear it again.
Yeah.
I had a lucrative career as a radio announcer. And now I've turned into
Leprechaun Man. I have all the powers of a leprechaun. Robin, I'm gonna turn you into a pot of gold.
Oh, thank you.
There is a superhero called Shamrock in Marvel. I swear to God.
This-
they're
This is bad.
This is the same exact effect they used when they used to fuck around with Riley Martin.
Yeah, exactly.
Exact same fucking thing.
Todd Pettengill is rolling his eyes at this, guys.
As Benjamin says, Dennis's gummies are wearing off. Yeah.
Hey, Holden 190, thank you. I lost my virginity in Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
This
I
is
can't
like
believe you know that town. Yeah.
this is the same technology from fucking Disco Duck.
I drove 2 hours out of my way to go to fucking Austria.
Monique, why don't you visit Castle Shannon and do a Beth tour when you're in Pennsylvania next time? Just drive really west and by
Oh, do you know
Pittsburgh.
how far
That's
that
really
I know
far.
it's far. I know it's far. I
And
know.
you have to take the Pennsylvania Turnpike, which is a miserable goddamn
Oh,
road.
I mean,
Have
I
you
love
been
the
to Castle
game,
Shannon,
but
Dennis?
Castle Shannon.
I've never been that far west in Pennsylvania, nor
No, there's
will I ever be that far
absolutely no
west.
reason to.
Okay,
Absolutely no reason
get
to.
some Rolling Rocks at Latrobe and come back. Skunked beer.
Okay. I'm gonna skip the next clip. I don't even know why
Why?
I clipped it. You
What
know,
is it?
because
What is
well, okay. Can we talk about it just really quickly? It's only
Sure.
10 seconds. Here we go. Hang on.
I mean, good luck. Hey, dude,
sluts.
I feel
fucking
bad for you.
poison.
You lost your mother at a young age and everything. I'm just trying to help you, all right?
That's bullshit. You can eat my royal shit.
So he
Good stuff,
starts to
guys.
do that whole books on tape, and then they take
Well-
the guy's voice and then they make sentences
Yes.
out of things, right? And I think that he probably doesn't realize at this point that the amount of manpower and time that it takes to do
Yeah.
that, where all he really needs to do, and I have a clip. Hang on a second.
But
Let me
I
just
like it
get
better
thing
when
is-
Scott the engineer is doing it.
But the thing is, that clip.
apologize.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right, so but the thing is that whole first of all, people out there that didn't hear the show, that was preceded by a door knocking. And then
Oh,
look,
okay.
it's
Yes,
Prince
of course.
Harry's audiobook. Like dear Christ. And then they took somebody doing his voice because that was not Prince Harry's voice. That was not the audiobook. Lest you think that was true.
Oh,
that
tell
was
all.
farcical. That was not the audiobook.
Do you
That
remember
was-
Dolly Parton sued him for that?
Yes.
Went to sue him for
Yes.
cutting her voice up and using the N-word.
That was not his voice. That's not Prince Harry's voice.
Well,
by
the
any
funny
stretch
thing
of the
is, so why would they use the cut up voice thing when you literally can go to like one of the Chat GPT type things and put in what exactly you would like Prince Harry to say?
Because he's waiting for those Chat GBT to be able to record things on TV for him.
Can you imagine the time and the manpower that it took for them to do that?
I know.
I just
It's great. I know. What a waste of.
Well, what else are they
everyone's time.
doing? Writing good jokes?
That's true too.
There's 70 of them. They need something to work on. I mean, they don't have
It's
a
a
lot
show
of
about
shows.
nothing. Do nothing. That's what I would do.
all right, we're gonna move on a little bit, and we're going to go to kiss ass phone caller number 1. I'm sure
Okay.
you guys talked about Dr. Agus yesterday, and
Oh, Dr. Anus.
his knowledge of pretty much every single
Fucking hate
realm
him.
of medical practice known to
Yeah,
mankind.
including veterinary.
I loved when you
great.
kept doing that. Oh, now he's a proctologist. Now he's a veterinarian. Now he's a Scientologist. That was pretty fucking funny. So here comes this bullshit phone call.
Hey now, Howard.
Hey, now.
Thank you very much for having Dr. Agus on. He's essentially America's doctor.
Oh, no, he's
and,
not.
First off, I really wanted to know how many hugs you got this morning from Beth.
You know, it's a funny thing you bring that up. My wife was listening to Dr. Agus yesterday
no, it
when we
wasn't.
had him on.
No, she wasn't.
And she said, I've got to start hugging you more.
No.
Well, she didn't.
Yeah, she didn't.
Of course, P.S. Did you hear that bullshit yesterday? I know you guys must have played the clip where he's
did.
talking about nobody hugs me,
Yes.
nobody
Yep.
loves me, and
Yep.
They don't.
I need
right.
this, and so I went to play with the cat for a while, so that
Yeah.
Yeah,
we played that. Yeah, it was disturbing.
yeah, it's pretty fucking pathetic. I'm gonna talk about Beth's shit taste in music, but before we do that, let's go and
Do you
see
have the
what's
clip where
going
he
on.
contradicts what he said yesterday?
Which part?
About nobody hugging him or paying any attention to him. He actually contradicts that today.
Dennis, you didn't know Buckwall gets 10% of his hugs?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I just
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm not necessarily sure that I can play the music because I
No,
I
just
don't
mute
want to
it.
get
There's
like
nothing really of
Just put
value.
muted. Hit the little. See the little. See the
I
little
know,
thing
I
there
know
right
how
there?
to, I know how to
Okay.
run.
I don't know.
Don't.
Sometimes.
Let us
This is man's
mansplain
work.
this, please.
Sorry.
I'm mansplaining.
So now let me help you guys understand that Coco Melon, her cat, is named after a baby show. So I was going to say toddler. I was going to say it's a baby. It's like an infant's show called Coco Melon. So, and it's a YouTube show apparently, which I did not know. And so here's Beth watching Coco Melon with Coco Melon. And so this is what this woman does during the day. This is what she does. Also in Today in Beth.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Are you going
Sorry.
up that terrifying picture?
Sorry.
You are. You're scrolling up to
Okay,
it.
first, let's go here so that we can talk about
Happening on.
I'm with foster little girl right now.
Biting.
Do you think her name is just Little Girl?
I think we're still working on it.
Rebel, rebel.
Are you feisty?
Do you have any words for people about their cats in summertime?
Okay, it's not summertime in 90% of the country. It's
In March.
1st. So
Well, no,
maybe
this is-
because it's
this
a
is
little
old.
warm by you.
This is old. If you read it, enjoyed a little old video of Poopy Pebble Stern, formerly known as Little Girl, when we rescued
Keep them indoors.
Go ahead.
2 years ago.
Lots of
Or
fresh
she
water.
ripped an
Let me
eye
see.
out.
Yes. And
And lots of love.
what is happening?
In any
I
other
hate-
walk
I
of
hate
life, you'd have an intervention staged on you if you were Beth. If you didn't have the money, people would be like, "What are you doing with your
Ah!
all day with this?" Oh, here we go. Guess
Cover that
who?
wonky
Guess
eye.
who?
Warning. No animals in this post. A selfie from yesterday. My days are usually filled with taking care of my special needs cats and all my fosters. I took a few hours to get my hair highlighted and to have some much needed me time. It was nice to take a little breather. I wanted to share how nice my hair turned out. My hair is back in a ponytail as I clean litter boxes.
Christ
Welcome
sakes,
to
she looks
my-
like Ron Perlman as Hellboy over there. huh?
Hashtag welcome to my glamorous life. P.S. I cropped out my forehead wrinkles.
What an asshole.
What an utter asshole.
What an asshole.
I think
So she
kinda-
covers the
it's
other
definitely
eye.
German. That car is definitely
Wonk,
German.
wonk, wonk.
More crops than
Look
John
at the
Mellencamp's
seats.
Farm Aid.
Do we think it's German?
I think it's German by the
I
way
don't
the
know. It looks
seats
a little
are.
plain to me. You know,
Yeah.
Could be.
know the way
Germans
German
don't have-
cars-
Whatever.
German
They're
cars
not
usually
big
have a
into
little bit
the-
of like a pebble grain to the leather.
I think it's
That would be
Bulgarian.
definitely German if it was pebble grain. Because I love that shit.
Oh,
Why is she not in the driver's seat, Dennis? Can she not drive? Or is
Oh,
she
cannot
does that
drive.
have
No, she
a
cannot.
li-
They
does
don't
she
have a
license?
license.
51? Doesn't have a license?
no, she cannot.
Does
drive.
she think that the
Wow, look at those eyes. Those are
What eyes? Just one eye. Just one eye.
well, the one eye that the pupil is gone.
yeah? Did she think that the cows that they used for those seats were not cute animals?
They were not cute animals.
They
Those are
weren't
cows that
animals.
deserved a fate worse
Okay.
than death.
This
Yes.
is a whole arbitrary. This
You're
is
so
the
wrong.
person who,
Oh
as
Jesus,
of last night,
no.
had posted 784 times in 54 days.
Taking a break from doing kitty blanket laundry. No, can we just go back to the other post just for a second? So here's the thing I want to say about this. Okay. Hello, Beth Stern. You choose to take on these cats. Okay. You go and
Consuela.
take them from some, animal shelter so
Or
that
other
you
country.
can have
props.
So you can have a cat with needs in your home and feel like you do have, quote, a purpose. But you don't have to do this. Just throwing it out there. You can actually take in 2 or 3 kittens, give them away, and then take a break for a month.
That's
you don't
right.
have to do this.
Yeah.
That's
But
right.
it
You
isn't about the
choose.
cats. This isn't a break
choose.
from the cats. This is a break from the big pelican. That's what this is.
I feel like what this is, like, I feel like, we talked about whether or not they're on vacation next week, and I feel like you're probably right, they are. And that this is why she got her hair done, because they probably have people visiting them over the course
Yep.
of the next 2 weeks, and she wanted to make
Kim
herself
It
look
wants to
personal
look good.
best. Yes.
It wants to be a pretty pony.
It wants to be a pretty pony. That's exactly right. That's
Josh
exactly
Foster
what's
goes, I
going
heard the driving test instructor let her sit on his lap. Monique, I gotta step in right here. You gotta block Stacey Pressman from your life. She liked that post, and
Oh,
the
she
only
likes
reason we
every
see
Beth
that is
post.
because you're following her. She can't like a Beth post. You have to block her right now. We cannot
Can't
be
like Beth
associated with
post.
that.
No.
Stacey
No.
Pressman, block her now.
Done.
She doesn't deserve to smell your shit.
All right, done.
I was just kidding.
Makeup.
You can
Unfollowed.
friends.
Unfollowed.
Okay,
I'm
okay, okay, okay. Well,
Done,
tell her
done,
that's
done.
why too, and tell her that's why if she asks, because she's looking at her followers every day.
Well, I just realized that she's not following me, so fuck it. I don't really
Okay,
care.
yeah,
So,
of course. Good.
How
good.
much?
Fuck her then.
How much face tuning did Beefus do in that picto? Though?
No, I don't think she did. I think this is genuinely her. I truly believe it. But I think that that's her best picture. She probably took
With
50 of
75%
them
of her
to get
face
to
covered.
that space. With her face completely covered,
Half
her
covered.
forehead gone. It's one fucking eyeball.
One eye.
and, you know,
One eye.
It literally reminds me of Jason Voorhees. You know, he only had that one eye that would peek through the mask.
Is that the wonky eye or the other one's the wonky eye?
they're both
The-
wonky.
they're
It's
both
just
the
a matter
wonky.
of which
Well,
way
the
you look,
left is
Yeah.
wonkier than the right.
I knew you'd know that, Dennis.
if that's possible.
Sorry.
So
Midlife
we're gonna-
crises.
So we're going to move
Munchausen by
on a little
Kitty.
bit. We're going to talk about, I don't even really want to talk about Beth's shit taste in music with Belle and Sebastian.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, fuck
But
that.
wait, but what's so funny? The very poignant part of this is that old man has no idea what they are
No, of course
because
he
the
doesn't.
difference is so gigantic that he doesn't have a clue.
But she is classically basic bitch. And
Oh,
Yes.
she
the
is super
funny thing
base-
is that so
super
is
basic
he.
bitch.
Like he
Yes.
doesn't understand that he really is. The fact that he can only talk about the Beatles, the Stones, and Led
Hitler
Zeppelin.
and Hitler. Yeah.
Zeppelin.
It's just amazing to me.
Yep.
It's amazing. Okay, so let's move on because we're going to talk a little bit about
All right.
Ozempic. And we're going to talk about how Howard is now in the know about this and said that there's a pill that everybody is taking to be
pill.
skinny. And of course, this is a man who won't even take fucking aspirin because he thinks it's going to burn the lining of his fucking stomach. So, of course, he's not going to take Ozempic because apparently there's something called Ozempic face. And
Like it would affect him. So, but here's the funny
Exactly.
part: that he didn't know it was an injection.
he said it was a pill.
He said it's a pill.
And so, of course, then Robin comes out with this like little beauty. Hang on.
Oh.
Well, I now realize a doctor was offering this to me.
Oh, yeah?
And I kept saying, no, I want to do it on my own. I want to do it on my own. And he said, are you sure? Because we've got a drug that'll make you lose weight.
Wow. How much weight were they saying you could lose? Like a major
I
weight
didn't
loss?
even pursue it. I was
Wow.
just like,
Better to starve yourself to death for 10
Right.
days. Wasn't I, Coach? Wasn't I the one who gave you the
Yes.
zeitgeist of Ozempic? I told
Yes,
you.
you were. You were the
I
second
told you it
person
was
I
the
heard
thing.
talk about it.
I told you it was the thing. Yeah.
Second
With
person
the
that told me.
14 hours of homosexual TV Howard watches a day, how much Ozempic commercials you think he watches per day?
Oh,
6,000?
Enough.
Every
Oh,
10
easy.
minutes is an
It's
Ozempic
on every-
commercial on TV.
every-
I don't
other
even
break.
think they're promoting it anymore because I am told by my hairstylist who is
course.
on it that that there it is nowhere to be had because every skinny old lady who's divorced or who killed off their husband is trying to maintain their thinness, and every
Right.
single doctor is prescribing it to every already incredibly thin
It's the new Adderall. in a
human
way.
being down here. Different because it's like an injectable and
Yep.
and it's just nowhere to be had. That's it. So yeah. Okay, let's move on and let's go to Kiss. So Kiss comes in. Kiss comes in.
Kiss.
They were very much a staple and would come in any given time. Is Ace Frehley still on the outs with them?
Yes.
Oh, he wasn't there. It was just
He
Paul
wasn't there,
Stanley and
'cause
Gene Simmons and two newer
and two guys.
When
Two
Ace
guys.
Frehley does the show, that was the falling out in 2005. I gave you those clips with Sal and
That would be about. That's about right. Yeah, that was.
I got
about
way
right,
too many clips from you today.
It's okay. I just gave you a lot of.
But I got some key. I got some key ones. I'm ready to play. Let's talk about. Excuse me. The fact that they came in at 8
yesterday.
45.
That's
right.
King. You probably that's a typical guest time. I mean, I'm not without listening. I know it's
what time? What time they came in?
I think 8:45.
No, they came in after 9. It was 9:03 before they actually even
Let's
started.
go with 9:03.
Let's
go with 9:03. Let's go with 9:03. Okay.
Yeah, he started playing the tape at 9:03.
They were in L.A. So you're going to tell me that Kiss went into full fucking
6
makeup
o'clock in the morning.
at 5 in the morning. I mean, how long does it take them to do that? I mean, I'm sure they do it by rote now, but still,
yes,
there is no way that a
was yesterday.
band is prepping at 5 in the morning to go on to this.
I bet it took Howard longer to put his makeup on.
So
I'm sure you're right.
The other tell was the 20-minute break up to.
Oh
that
yeah,
point.
yeah.
It was 20 minutes of just nonsense and 3 promotions that Kiss was coming on the air.
Yes,
3,
constant promotion.
And one a full Rolling Stone song, a full song.
Goddamn, 7 minutes.
It was
like
the
a,
2,000
like a
Light
shot
Years
away.
from Home, which is like 7 minutes long.
You're
And they
right,
played the
Jeremy
whole-
Harrelson. Yes, they're probably that old that they wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
I
but they're
agree
not.
with you. But who would do this? You know, only Kiss would do this for Howard because they
No,
feel
they're not
like
there.
he's still a master promoter. And I
Gene
don't.
can't stop.
11
Gene's a
o'clock
huckster. At least Gene's honest about his hucksterism, unlike Howard. He's a
big-
salesman, and he's like a pro wrestler, and it's a shtick, and it's kind of funny, and he's like a really smart guy, and I hate Kiss's music, but he's a really smart guy, and he's very entertaining to listen to.
I hate Kiss's
quite,
music.
Quite the entrepreneur.
Yeah, so that voice is so manufactured and so
he knows it.
weird. So
Everything's
let's talk
tongue in
about
cheek.
let's talk about Paul Stanley first. Let's talk about the fact that Paul Stanley, and let me pull up some so that you can get an appreciation because I'm shocked and amazed by this, to be honest with you.
Tamara, is that true? Adderall's in short supply these days? Seems like
Adderall's
everybody's
always
on
in
it.
short supply.
Is that their way of getting you to want more?
You know,
Limited edition Adderall.
It's because everybody's on Adderall.
I know.
Everybody snorts it. Everybody in college takes it.
huge.
Everybody is. Okay, so hang on. Let's get this
I've
queued
missed
up.
out on it, I guess.
I know. I'm the only one that doesn't have it.
Yeah, same here.
I still can't. I don't know how to buy marijuana. I really don't. I seriously don't.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Saxenda is better than Ozempic? Look at that. Gee, Canada.
Saxenda?
Must be a Canadian thing.
Oh,
Yeah, they was gonna change everything. I was supposed to put OU in it.
Okay, so-
it's only 8/10 is good.
Just do coke. All right, midlife crisis. You
All right, so let's
Pat
listen.
O'Brien.
Let's listen to Paul Stanley.
And then,
Holy shit.
what is the day you're looking forward to? What do you see? Long stretches of time? What? Doing what? What do you want to do?
I paint almost every day. I have an amazingly successful career as a painter. I've sold over $24 million in paintings.
Wow, I didn't know that.
That's something I
million-
do daily, and I just had an art show last week. And
$24 million
That
worth
makes
of
me
art.
angry. That
How
makes
much
me
has
actually
Howard
angry.
sold?
By the way, look at him. Look at this hair. There's no way that's not plugs. There's just this is not.
He's over 70, right? He's got to be 70.
He's
73.
72. He's 72.
Yeah.
Gene's 74.
Okay.
That's the same age as my mom.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How exhausting is this celebrity painting shit that's going on with NFTs? I can't stand it, Monique.
Well,
can't
NFTs
stand
aren't really a thing
Well,
anymore.
there's all of
They're
this,
dead
all
now.
the celebrity painters. Everyone's fucking painting. Every one of these jagoffs are painting.
Listen,
Look at that.
It's exactly the same as everybody who's doing podcasts. Let's be honest. You know,
Yeah.
everybody was bored
Good
during
comparison.
COVID, and they
But
decided.
look at that. Look at that painting. It looks like it was a kindergarten class that decided to let's put some colors.
Is that true, Tyler Durden? He's gay. Is Paul? Is he? I get that sense. He's definitely
Wait,
swishy.
what?
Tyler Durden says Paul
Let's
Stanley's
ask
gay.
David. David,
Yeah,
is
David would know.
is
He's
David
definitely
here
swishy
tonight?
as hell in that. More,
Uh,
more swishy than Mark Price.
I'm
Do you guys know that he
curious.
was born with one ear?
No, I didn't know
Yes,
that.
he's had
Yeah.
like he talked about it today. He's had like 12.
he's
He was
like
actually
can barely
born
hear.
deaf in one ear.
Yeah.
I
It
can tell by the
shows.
He was really
music.
born with
Yeah, I
one
know.
ear.
It's-
He's 71 years old. He was born in
Jesus
Inwood,
Christ.
New York. His spouse, he hasn't been married since 2000.
Smart.
No,
Monique,
no,
that's
he's
a-
married. He's
That's a
married.
Jewish enclave of Brooklyn, right? Isn't it up
Yeah,
in
it is.
the by fucking on that weird side of Brooklyn? Yeah, I think it is.
I don't know it.
Paul is Jewish. Zuma show knows. Paul is alleged to be bisexual.
They all.
Well,
Ju-
okay,
the
so they
Juma
went
show.
into a whole thing about Judaism. I mean, it was
Okay.
crazy.
Oh my
So
God, it
both
was
Paul
insane.
and Jean, their families, they are children of Holocaust survivors. And Paul went into, and I have to tell you, the whole conversation was so not riveting. Like I just wasn't really into
Yeah.
it at all. But Paul was talking about how when he grew up, almost every single adult he knew had numbers tattooed on their arms. And as a kid, they used to tell him that it was their phone number so that they wouldn't forget them because they didn't want to traumatize him for what it was that they had on their hands. So of course, Howard had to, jump in on this trend and
course.
talk about his Holocaust experience.
Sense of work ethic and how important
so this
it
is interesting.
to
So
pick-
yeah, so Paul was talking about. Oh, sorry,
I'm
sorry,
so
sorry. Paul was talking about how his parents, because they came from like basically almost death, how they instilled such a strong work ethic in their kids, and that most survivors of the Holocaust tried to do the best they could for their families once they were here in America. And Howard, I don't think, was getting the subtle nuances of realizing that most parents do whatever the fuck they can for their kids.
Right.
He'd much rather shit on his parents
Yes.
Absolutely.
than appreciate this. So this is what Paul was saying in this clip.
I'm so curious. The guitar solo you guys were doing, no one does that anymore.
oh, that's not what I wanted to hear. God damn you.
Yeah, that's okay.
What an idiot. What an absolute.
I'm
utter
sorry,
idiot.
Josh Foster. Thank you,
work
Monique. Maybe you know about this. Inwood is that upper part of Manhattan past Harlem.
Oh, right.
I'm thinking of Midwood. Midwood is Brooklyn. Thank you,
Midwood
Josh.
is Brooklyn.
Have you ever been
Yes.
up there, Inwood, Monique? I don't know if I've
Inwood
ever-
is to New York City as Bayside is to Queens or Long Island. Like
Okay.
it's that
Okay.
kind
Okay,
of
yeah.
like hybrid in between. Some people like to call themselves Long Island. Some like to call themselves Queens.
Yes. Good one.
It's kind of like that weird thing.
Close
All
to
right.
the Bronx.
Yes, here we go.
Okay.
and how important it is to pick yourself up and do what you can, not only to succeed. Our parents were determined to make us succeed by teaching us what it takes to succeed.
Were you sad as kids? Because I was exposed to a lot of things around the Holocaust, and it made me profoundly sad and made me profoundly scared of the world. That I felt like the world was a really dangerous place.
Oh, stop.
And maybe you just
I
don't
know,
know
right?
what's
How
out
crazy
there
is this?
and what's coming up, and maybe that shared experience bonded the two of you guys.
So he's trying to, shove himself into this conversation, even though both Gene and Paul have gotten over it. See,
Yeah,
unlike you, who is still going to therapy and still ripping your mother and father a new asshole, they're over it. Like most
happened,
adult
They
humans
learn
are.
from it.
And that therapist is eating his food too. He's going right along. He doesn't know how to push back on any of the lies.
No.
And that's part of the problem. I mean, I don't know how much. I think when you say you're in therapy, it gives you an out that you're working on yourself. It's like this
Yeah.
constant pass. But at some point, has anyone made therapy look worse than this motherfucker?
Well, I mean, Howard goes in there and discuss music lyrics with the guy, so it can't be, it's not really hard hitting.
Yeah, T Busy, Monique. We talking about he had the John Lennon picture in his avatar. We talking about how Howard's goal is that John Lennon watch the wheels go round and round, and is to imitate that, to sit inside and everyone's beneath him, and I'm gonna watch the world go around, and that's really his goal is to
Yes.
mimic that song. He's deep. He's so not deep.
He's so not deep.
Yep.
He's so
No.
not deep. Okay, so this was my favorite ask of the day. You all know, obviously, that this was coming, so let's just play it.
Just do it.
Is precious.
Right. Oh, don't I realize that?
We're also aware that having been together for so long. It's the longest relationship I've ever had in my life, that's for sure.
Are you in love with Paul?
Oh my
Yes,
God.
in a very real way.
Me
Right.
too.
I'm not going to do the jokes about when we're in jail and all that kind of stuff. But
No, I'm glad you don't do the jokes. I think it's important for men to hear how important it is to say, I love Paul. Paul's my guy. He's
You know what's cute about this whole conversation, and every time he does this conversation, is that he doesn't have that. He doesn't have a great love of his life.
No, he
No.
doesn't.
He really doesn't.
No.
Who would that
Himself.
be?
Well,
Himself. You can
That's
if
it.
as
Money.
a narcissist. Money.
Money.
Right, X.
And money. Yeah.
Buckwald.
Ben Franklin, George
Is it
Washington,
Robin? I mean, do you
Abraham
say
Lincoln.
Robin?
No.
I
I say,
mean,
Buck,
no,
I
he
say
doesn't. No.
Buckwald.
Well, if he actually loved Robin, he actually would have seen her in
He
the
would have
last
seen her.
3 years.
Yeah, it's true.
exactly. Exactly. I mean, she tries so hard. You heard yesterday. She's
Oh,
like, "Well, when are we going to go to dinner?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, like, yeah, whatever.
Chief Phony Feather says Howard's therapist has conquered Candy Crush 18 times. Tapping on his cell phone.
Exactly. Okay, let's move on. And this is what we were doing. So, of course, they do shout it out loud or some shit song.
Oh,
so, of
so
course, he says
bad.
this stupidity, which is
I'm so curious. The guitar solo you guys were doing, no one does that anymore. I remember the Allman Brothers used to do it. Dickie Betts and that he used to like
Christ.
and Dwayne. They would do that. I like the harmonies of the two lead guitars.
so clearly he hasn't been to a concert in like 20 years because everybody does it.
20.
He hasn't heard a band in the last 20 years. Forget
Everybody
about
Everybody
Let
does.
Jim Florentine do this interview, for Christ's
Yeah,
sake.
exactly. Everybody does a guitar solo. And then they gave him shit about his guitars.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Jesus, I should have practiced guitar. It was so smart of you guys to take up an.
I see you
Why?
got some guitars right there behind you.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. I can't play guitar. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I get so jealous when I.
Yeah. Stupid guitar.
I wish you'd
Did
have
you
imposter
consume an
complex.
entire bottle of wine again, Dennis?
Yes, yeah. There's
Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
That's how bad this show's affected me. I can't wait for
Well,
a
here's
on
two
vacation.
clips that are going to absolutely make you wish that you had not opened your. It was not a good day to have ears. That's all I'm going to say.
It was a bad day to have ears.
Twas a bad day to have ears. So they play another song, right?
Badly.
Badly, and then he says this.
I love it. I love it. I'm ready to sleep with you guys. Now I get it. Let's do it. Come on, man. Who wants it? Which member? Wow.
Who's
Fabulous.
first?
Robin first.
I got a great
Come out
clip with
already.
Gene Simmons saying exactly what Dennis just said.
I can't wait.
You see, did you
I
see
have
that?
It, I have it all queued
can't.
up.
Good for you. You
I have
watched
it
it already?
all queued up. All right, and ready for this
Hooper
one?
45. I do not drink box wine, and I do not. Drink wine.
That makes one of us.
All right, here we go. Ready? This is really the grossest one of the whole day. Here we go.
Trust me, it was
It sounded so good.
now.
I was gonna.
wait to hear
I
it this
wanted
time.
all you guys inside of me at once.
Jesus
That's how
Christ.
it
Oh
was
my
done.
God, settle down.
Always
What
to
is-
that.
That's
throw
what
up
threw them
two
off. They
guitars
could
up?
feel
Do I
that.
throw up
What did?
I wanted all of you guys inside of
Inside of
me
me.
at once.
We're supposed to. It's a goof. He's joking. He's not gay.
Yeah.
Because it's always his go-to, right? When you
That's
go
it.
to that all the time, at some point, Wigorous, right? Just quit. Just get off the stage
Trust
and
me,
come out of the
It
closet.
was
It sounded so good.
now.
I was
wait
gonna.
to hear
I
it this
wanted
time.
all you guys inside of me at once. That's
God
how it's
damn.
done.
All right,
Jeez.
settle down.
Yeah.
Don't get excited.
That's what
I like Gene's response to that. He goes, settle down. Settle down.
Settle down. Settle down. Robin first.
So bad.
Robin
You
first.
gotta take some kiss downers and maybe a little bit of a kiss.
Genuine,
some
only
kiss
genuine kiss
laxatives.
downers.
Can I tell you my favorite Gene Simmons story real briefly?
Do you really have one?
I do.
You
And
have
I'm
one?
gonna, I'm gonna
Of course.
crowbar the Deppening into this. So during the Deppening, Johnny Depp's mistress, his guma, who he cheated on Amber Heard with, hell hath no fury as a woman scorn. I believe this is what made her go nuts and do her entire framery. Is a broad named Rochelle Hathaway, who is a private jet flight attendant, yoga instructor, and what was her other thing? Gun
Social
model.
worker?
Gun model. Social
course she
worker,
is.
right. With Crazy Robin. And she dated Nick Simmons. That's in my picture on the left. That's Nick Simmons' girlfriend on the left. That's Rochelle Hathaway, who is Nick Simmons' girlfriend.
You're so
and that's
cute. You're going to
Depp's-
have to share with us who Nick Simmons is. I'm going to
That's
assume
Gene
Oh,
that's
Simmons'
actually,
son.
I'm looking up Rochelle Hathaway. I want to see what this looks like. That he got in trouble.
They have a reality show right? I should watch that reality show, see if Rochelle's on there. She is. Do you see her, Dennis? She looks like Michael J. Fox's wife, Tracy Polling.
Yeah. Oh.
What do you think?
That's what it says on the license plate.
Oh my.
Oh my.
I'm gonna have to clip that. Okay, so end of show was lackluster, extremely lackluster. No hints on what's going on next week. Nothing to promote. Nothing from nothing. Here it is.
Happy with their lives and appreciate everything that's happened.
Well, I'm ready to go pee. It's been 2 hours since I took a break. So, all right, gang. We'll see you next time.
Nice ending.
And thank you to Kiss.
Today's Howard Stern.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That was it. That's how you ended the show.
That's it. That's all you get.
That's
Pure
as
talent
satisfying as the Sopranos ending.
Fuck, marry, kill. Gene, Paul, Howie. That's
He means Gene Okerlund, Monique, not Simmons.
Mean Gene.
Yeah.
Mean Gene Okerlund.
That's a Schindler's List of.
Are you gonna duck it, Monique? You gonna answer it?
Oh.
Nah, as your attorney, I advise you to not.
Howie Mandel. Sure, that's very
Gene,
Benicio del Toro.
Paul, Howie. God, I can't imagine fucking any of them. So okay. I'm gonna fuck Paul only because he's the least
Vile.
vile. I'm going to kill Gene, and I'm going to marry Howard.
Well, Howard can't get it up
There's
anymore.
no winner
so.
there, man.
There is no win.
Yeah,
There's no
we're all
win.
losers
There's
during
no
this.
We're all losers.
Thank you,
losers.
Benjamin writes, tonight's show is so awesome. I want all of you guys inside of me. Thank you, Benjamin.
At the same time, Benjamin? At the same time?
Sal and Richard
Johnny
Michelle.
Depp has good taste, I tell you that much.
You like it, Dennis?
Okay.
Oh, I like.
So you should know that Benjamin has made us an official March calendar.
Benjamin?
Sorry, did I say Benjamin?
Yes, you did.
Shit, I meant Bond.
Oh no, he's gonna be all beside
Oh my
himself
God,
now.
I'm never going to hear the end of it now.
All
Shit.
white people.
I do also want to mention that Bond did a phenomenal
Tiny
job
kangaroo
on
down.
the KC promotional video,
There he is, yeah.
which I think he played yesterday. So hopefully Casey
Ad
will get
nauseam.
his YouTube channel back up and running. I think it's called The Casey Armstrong.
Yes, because
And,
there is another Casey Armstrong, and it's some really bad country singer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's a shame.
It's
Is
not
it
good.
is it Casey?
No, it's Casey.
Oh, it's Casey.
Armstrong.
Yeah.
It literally is Casey Armstrong.
Yeah,
Kamala.
so Bond did all the
not good.
music. He did a great job with that. Also, thank you, Bond. Just trying to make up for calling you Benjamin. Thank you for running the board yesterday and pulling our show together with our merry band of miscreants. So let's see what he's got in store for us for the March calendar. I'm almost afraid to know. I got to be honest with you. But here we go.
Let's go to the calendar. March.
I watched Matlock last night. The song was on, but I got the gist of it.
Xavier loves Matlock. Xavier loves Matlock. Xavier loves Matlock.
Does he not know that that's from The Simpsons?
No, it didn't make
He
it down
totally
there
missed
yet.
the part that's Lionel Hutz from The Simpsons.
Xavier
from
knows every bit of dialogue from The Simpsons
It's
and Family
Family
Guy.
Guy.
and-
It's the episode where
South Park, everything.
where Homer
Don't
sold
even.
his soul for a donut, and he has to go on trial with Satan, and
With
Lionel
Satan.
Hutz walks in.
I like the
So I'll represent you.
enunciation.
Thank you, Tyler
Matlock was on
Durden.
last night.
Thank you, Tyler.
Glad Mo
Fight
is
Club
back
to
this
you,
week
sir.
of shows. Thanks, X John Dennis. Thank you, Tyler Durden.
Fight
Now
Club
it's
to you,
empty.
sir.
All right, so now let's look at the calendar. Let's see
Once
what's
again,
going on here.
Lionel Hutz, bro.
Matlock.
Matlock.
Who am I, Ian Maxtone Graham over here, Xavier?
Lock. Okay, so
My
here we
Sam
are.
Simon.
You clearly have never seen The Simpsons, have you, Monique?
You know what? I
You
have.
clearly, so you're in the same boat as him.
You really haven't, have
Yeah,
you?
I would have
You
1,000%.
really haven't. You guys
thought
like
were talking about
totally
that.
missed him. It's funny that he doesn't understand the reference.
Xavier, I'm bitter towards The Simpsons because it bumped 21 Jump Street to Monday night. I swear to God.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I'm bitter. I'm still
You
bitter.
know what it is? Things that I have seen on repeat are so far and few between. I don't watch anything twice, ever. And so even if I may have watched it,
it's just
I won't
funny.
remember it.
It's like
Yeah.
he forgot to convert that to the metric system and then back.
Lock. Okay, so here we are. We are here in February. We're here in March, and we are right
Tie the
here.
kangaroo down, sport.
So, based on last year and the year before, we are completely expecting him to be on vacation for the next 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
And
Spring break.
It's spring break.
World's oldest teenager.
Exactly. Exactly. So we shall update this at the end of the 2 weeks. Also, let me just make a point of making sure that all February shows will be up in podcast form before the week is up. So
I wonder, is he
Lousy
going to travel
Scratch
down to... Is he going to travel down to Fort Lauderdale the next 2 weeks to hang out on spring break?
Yeah, there's no hanging out for him. It's not happening. All right, so I have some clips I need to play for you guys before we wrap up the shit show for the end of the
Cleaning out the computer.
So I love this clip, and I can't wait to play it. So let me stop my screen share.
So you went through them already.
What? Yes.
Oh, good for you. No, play whatever you want.
Well, you know why?
just
Because I
gave
had
you a
so
lot of
many of
options.
them that I
Yeah.
just needed to have a better understanding. Because I hate when I don't get to clips, and then it's something that's important to you or that you
Don't
think
worry
is
about it.
So,
relevant to the show. Yes.
so Hooper 45, 1 hour and 20 minutes before a Jump Street reference.
Mentioned.
That's
Yes,
a
well,
record. That's usually 20 minutes.
That usually happens. All right, this is a great clip. It's short, but sweet and
There
to
it
the
is.
point. So this
Okay.
is when he came in with Shannon Tweed. How long ago?
This is 2006.
Jesus.
Oh wow. Okay, here we go. Look how beautiful she was, though. She was a gorgeous girl. I can't believe she's with him, though.
You should see her in Cinemax. at 3 a.m.
Listen to this.
Say hi. Talking about the show.
I want Howard to finally come out. Tall, skinny Jew. It's perfect. Of course he's gay. Sternberg Lipschitz.
Sternberg Lipschitz.
Could you?
Wow.
It doesn't even seem like he's ironic. It seems like he really means it. Like he's
he means
analyzing
it.
him.
No.
He's constantly analyzing everyone, Gene Simmons.
It's amazing.
Yep. Didn't Quentin Tarantino and fucking Daryl Hannah said the exact same thing?
He's such a freak, though, Gene Simmons. Like, seriously, he's really. I feel like he might even scare me if I saw him in person.
Oh,
He definitely would.
He's a pretty looking scary dude.
And
Monique-
actually,
No,
they
he's
dressed
not.
up.
He's a
they
skinny
scare
little
me.
dude, man.
Is he?
And his
Oh,
hair
is
so. Oh, dude.
It's
You
that
don't,
hair.
watch, you don't watch RadioGunk, do you? You don't watch our podcast. So you know this.
Let me see.
Monique, did you
6'2".
see
He's 6'2".
He's
Oh,
short
wow.
to me, bro.
those
Oh,
lip boots?
jeez.
His son's got to be sour tight.
Oh yeah.
No,
easy.
his son's like, yeah, he's a big dude. He's a tall
Yeah.
dude.
Nick Simmons is
It's that
6'8".
hair.
That's Rochelle Hathaway's
He's
boyfriend.
6'8".
Jesus Christ.
You guys didn't watch the Family Jewels?
Who's
No, I'm
Nick
gonna
Simmons'
though
mom?
because of Rochelle. It's not
Shannon
Shannon
Tweed's
Tweed.
his mom?
It's got to be.
Jesus.
Yeah, they've been together
that's
like
why
he's
30,
only-
40 years.
I think Nixon is early 30s. Rochelle
Holy
Hathaway's
shit.
31, so he's probably around the same age.
God damn.
Okay, well, there you go.
Monique, in one of the clips, I don't know if you saw this, but we get Casey's girlfriend is in this clip. We get a rare look at Anne Marie McCann. Gene Simmons hits on her. Did you see that?
Uh-oh. You're talking
It's-
about the third Shannon Tweed one?
I think it's the third one. He
Yeah, I
chases
think
her
so.
out in the hallway.
Wow.
All right, but let's
Those
play
are
them. Let's play a little
natural.
bit. Here we go.
I'm
Hey,
a
Gene.
jewel now.
Oh, I don't think so.
Are you a Jew or
I'm
a
a
jewel?
Gene Simmons
Yeah.
family Jew.
This is Monique shout out.
The female of the Jewish persuasion would be a Jewess.
A Jewess, that's right. How are you, Gene?
I'm deliriously
By
happy.
injection only.
There you go,
So,
Monique.
if it's true that you're worth $250 million,
You
Why are you doing that?
You're hot.
I'm just saying, he got a lot hotter, didn't
He
he?
just
Wow.
started to look really You got a lot taller just now.
Why are you?
I'll tell you why. If you're worth $250 million, why open up the Why open up the house to? I mean, what's the
Asking
drive
him
here?
that forever.
Did you want to do it, Shannon?
The God's honest truth is that life is actually what happens to you while you're busy making plans. So,
don't give me any horseshit.
Yeah, no, when I met...
Right.
Probably time
He's
to
right.
open up a little bit. I mean, after a while, even you sort of opened up your life. You were a very private person.
Well, I've always been open on the air, but I don't think I would allow a camera in my home. At some point, I would want to have
That's a
some
good
downtime.
choice.
I
Good
think
choice.
Oh, were they doing like a reality show?
Yeah,
oh, that's right. I
Family
remember that.
Jewels, right, X?
Right.
Once
I need
again,
to
Mo
watch.
doesn't listen to Radio Gunk.
Why?
What channel was that
I
on?
mentioned
X?
this last night.
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah,
was I
we
supposed to listen
did.
to last night's show?
You should have listened to her.
I've
mention.
I was
mentioned
on
this-
this show, and I
even-
barely
in
remember
fact,
that.
In
I
fact,
wasn't there.
during lunch, I was telling you about this.
Hey,
That's
sir.
John Lennon.
I wasn't
right?
there
I
last
was
night.
telling you about this.
Wait, I was,
wasn't
and I
there
don't
last
really
night.
remember it.
Okay.
Sweetie, were you there during lunch today?
Yes.
Remember that horrible company I told you about?
Yes.
You remember? And
Oh, yeah. Oh,
okay. Yeah. Okay.
He's asking Eugene, is at what point will he be forced to have these cameras
Right.
in his life?
You mean other than the Howard TV cameras, which follow everybody around?
Were you
about
impressed?
the same.
Were you guys impressed with Ozzy Osbourne?
Perhaps between us and lots of people is that you can't judge this
We're
book.
sober.
You can't judge
Yeah,
this
listen
book
to
by the cover. The God's honest truth is that I've never been high or drunk in my life. Really.
You never took a drug?
No.
You never drank?
Never been high.
Shannon can't make that claim.
No.
Shannon, I used to beat off to you all the time in Playboy, right?
Sure
Was
you
that where I
did.
originally started beating
I
off to you?
wouldn't have known. I was probably,
Me too.
You too. You used to do it too, Gene.
She's so cute. She was so cute.
Do you buy the alcohol thing, Monique?
Yes.
My
Yeah,
friend
with
Mike
him, yeah,
Yander,
I
who's
buy
a
it.
psychologist, has a theory that the more narcissistic you are, the less you drink like a Trump because you're so in love with your own brain.
believe that.
That you can't be out of it.
I believe that. And I think that Howard tries to emulate that, and that's why
Yes.
he
Yeah.
doesn't drink.
He's
Yes.
too stupid.
You know, he
Gene-
tries to
Gene-
he tries to think that like his mind, like he controls his mind and he controls his body. So therefore, the way he
For
can
all of
control it
That's what my friend Mike said.
is either you
for
work
all
out or you
Gene's-
drink, whatever.
For all of Gene's shortcomings, he actually is a pretty bright guy.
Oh,
because
he's totally
He
bright.
figured out how to
He's a
market
genius.
the shit out
I
of
know.
bad music.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
seriously,
The
market
fact that they're still
shit out of it.
dressing up like that, I mean, honestly, it's shocking to me. I'm gonna see if I can find
Well,
what
he
it
makes
looked like today.
money. You don't give a shit.
Yeah, I
he makes
guess.
money.
Wait, you said something interesting.
Now Artie's back.
Shannon, you
Gene's
just
called a
said...
burrhead. He's a big Raymond Burrhead.
Listen to me, Shannon.
Yes.
You're saying before you had sexual intercourse with Gene Simmons, you signed a piece
prenup.
of paper.
Shortly thereafter.
Right.
Yeah,
He was in a hurry the first time.
You had sex with him once, and he came to you and said what?
I need to get you to
He
sign
said
this
we
piece
need
of paper."
we need to write down what we're doing here
Did you-
because
Was shocked when he said that?
I was.
It's a bit of an insult, isn't it?
It's a little insulting.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd Beth feel about that?
That's exactly
Yeah,
Monique. Projection,
exactly.
anyone?
Yeah.
Projection,
If you want
anyone?
to be completely upfront, the first thing I did about
Been updated since that original
Yeah,
agreement.
several times
Several
because of
times.
the children. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
How much money would you have to split up if you and Shannon broke up, or Shannon? you and Gene?
250 million, right?
Right. Would it be 50-50?
no, absolutely
No,
not.
absolutely.
What did she get?
He's a very serious fucking guy, that Gene Simmons.
Oh, absolutely.
He needs to push back on Howard and say, "What's yours in this situation?"
They
I'll
never
give you
do
mine
that.
if you
They
give me yours.
never-
I know.
They never.
That's
ever,
the first
ever
thing
push
you do
back.
to him to shut him down. I don't. Gene probably has. He's been on the show so many times. I really need to go back. I know he doesn't care. I'm sure
How
he's
many
pushed
times
back.
has he been on? I'm
Oh
curious.
God, Monique, 20.
A dozen? Oh, it's been that
I'm
many?
going
I
with.
thought it was
I
like a
probably
dozen.
Dennis. There was 1 year I'm looking at. He was on 3 times in the same year.
Jesus Christ.
Really?
Yeah, it was 01.
Wow. That's when Howard didn't really have guests, though.
That's right. He would wheel out the same people over.
So
and
I
over
have a
again.
couple of clips, and before I get to that horrific one, which feel free to bow out before I play it. But
Yeah, they're still. Gene and her are still together. Yeah, that's correct because he married her.
he just married her 10 years ago.
Shannon's a keeper.
Just
That's a
married her.
cool chick, right? She's got a Canadian personality. That's a cool chick right there.
She's Canadian?
No, I'm just saying she has a Canadian chicks have a cool personality. I don't know why. They don't think like American chicks.
Okay.
Okay.
Right? She Canada, right?
Right, you can? Right?
How would he know?
Right?
He was ranting about it before in the chat.
He's way too serious, though, for me, that Gene Simmons. Like, he never seems to smile.
He's tongue in cheek, Monique. He actually has a sense of humor. He's just so stoic that it's just very, very like monotone.
You got to put on the Kiss persona when you're out there.
I don't know.
Gotta-
Okay, so
gotta
here's
sell
what I
You
got.
gonna play the Craig Gass stuff?
I got Sal's Son Kiss Birthday Party 1 and 2.
That's good.
I have Sal defends Kiss against Bruce, and then I
Yeah.
have Howard Stern accuses Bruce of stealing Kiss.
Yeah, I guess we'll go to Sal and his birthday party.
Okay, here we go.
Sal's
So,
kid's 7-year-old birthday party.
7-year-old Kiss birthday
Yep.
party. Okay.
If you want to know why Sal was so angry, I heard that he and his wife had a big fight this weekend because he had his kid's birthday party, and he invited like a Kiss, sort of guys guys in makeup, and apparently he spent more time talking to fake Kiss than he did spending with his kid. So she yelled at him.
First of all,
Fake Kiss.
I know Sal is into Kiss. Why at the party for his son would he have Kiss there? It sounds like it was there for him.
I asked him the same thing. He said that his 7-year-old is really into Kiss, and then I said,
No, they're
well,
not. He's into Kiss, and his 7-year-old worships him.
Right,
Listen
so
to
I
this.
gave him that much, but I said the other 20 kids at the party might not know who Kiss are.
And what did he say?
No, they're all into it. It's funny too, because like if you talk to Sal and you
The
talk
kids
about,
are all into 7-year-olds are into Kiss.
if you talk to Sal about music, like you know how like you and I will talk and you go, well, the Beatles did this and the Who did this. He always goes, well, Kiss did this. To him, Kiss is the Beatles.
Kiss is a joke.
And then for Kiss,
Kiss is a goof.
Yeah,
This is why you cannot take his opinion seriously.
Kiss is in makeup.
And Howard, it gets weirder. So they go to the party. So they didn't have all the members of Kiss. So Richard Christie dressed up as Peter Criss, the drummer. So he's got a big belly. And then they're at a bowling alley, and for some unknown reason, they decide that they have to go in the bathroom and shoot video of Peter Criss getting a blowjob from Ace Frehley. This is at a kid's birthday party.
They're such disgusting social deviants. I mean, it's just
vile. Who is that for but Howard, right? They
Wow.
know pleasing the boss because they were told.
7-year-old's birthday party.
Yep. There's no limits. And that's
So
not
they
a
just do
compliment.
stupid gay hijinks at a 7-year-old's birthday party just for shits and giggles, just so that it'll get back to the boss.
Is that divorce grounds, Monique? Like, right, you're Christine Governale at that
yes.
thing. We're done. We're done.
Yeah,
right
but she
there on the
doesn't.
spot.
She probably doesn't make enough money to
Right
be
in
able
the
to
seventh
support
frame.
herself.
Well,
Yeah.
That's
she
the
knows-
problem. That's the problem.
She knows she's
money.
She's
Got him
got
by the
the.
balls. Yeah. All right, here we go. Part 2.
Get in here.
Kiss is the insane clown posse of rock.
I mean, I've had Gene on the show many times, entertaining guests, but I mean, Kiss?
He admits it, Gene. He admits it.
They're entertainers. They're not musicians.
Love Kiss that much that
My
you would...
kids love Kiss.
No, hold.
Okay, go ahead, boss.
Many kids
Holy
are at the party. They don't know
shit.
Kiss. 7-year-olds don't know Kiss.
A few got scared.
Yeah, it's a scary makeup. Why would you their father?
Yeah.
So your son grows up and is able to get out of the fog that his dad is Sal. He's there for you.
Oh, they
For
got to be
you.
so embarrassed of their
Well, that's
father.
what my wife
You need to
says,
tell me
but I
that Your wife's
disagree.
right. You need to tell me your son, out of all the things he's into.
No
Kiss-
SpongeBob.
No,
Love SpongeBob.
You couldn't have SpongeBob.
Who
then.
the fuck wants SpongeBob at a bowling alley?
Oh, that was really a party for
sweet.
you. It was your party.
No, I got it in the end. For once in my life, I got something that I wanted from my wife.
No
so.
wonder your wife hates you. You had Kiss at fucking bowling alley.
Me and Richard Christie thought it would be funny to have Paul Stanley give Peter Criss a blowjob in the bathroom in the bowling alley.
But Howard, it's really funny because the guy that
He couldn't wait to be Peter Criss, and he comes out with a leather vest on and his belly's hanging over.
tits. He has tits.
And he's scaring the
damn.
kids more than Gene Simmons.
That's worse than what's his face playing, like Dan Aykroyd playing like the drunk horrible Santa.
Yeah.
That's all like filthy and everything.
In,
That,
Trading
like,
Places.
Scare the shit
Yep.
out of any kid. So I want to show you this. Hang on a second.
Monique, one thing. Thank you, chat. I can't believe I had no idea. Shannon Tweed is actually from Canada.
Yeah.
I can't believe I put that together. I had no idea. God damn it. Oh, man, I'm so proud
So
of
this is
myself.
from today. I'm
Thank
not
you,
going to
Half
play it loud. I'm just going to kind of. So this is them. This is what they look like
Look
today.
at him. Look at that chin.
Look at him.
Oh my God!
Why do they even do this? Look at them.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
It's so fucking funny to me. And the thing about it that is great, though, that I have to admit, is the fact that they can be 100 years old, put that fucking makeup on with that stupid wig and those like giant boots, and nobody would ever be the wiser.
I know.
coming off on a
Jesus Christ.
What's the second one? I want to.
He's just so weird. Like that. I have to tell you, when I was younger, that like Kiss face really scared the shit out of me.
Me too.
It just,
Me too.
and the tongue, like everything
Gene-
about
Gene
him, I
is
thought was super
scary.
evil. He is scary.
Somebody in the chat brought up that
scary.
Phantom movie Kiss did. That scared the shit out of me. I remember seeing that go, and I was terrified of them.
Oh, so scary.
But
So
you
scary.
know what's so funny is the two new guys they have in the band were just kind of there.
Just two new guys. Yeah, they're just two new guys.
there.
They
It
mean
was-
nothing.
They added nothing to the interview, nothing at all. It was
Okay, real quick,
Ace
Howard Stern.
Frehley-
I'm sorry, babe. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the Ace Frehley clip explains that falling out, but I mean, I guess they broke up over wanting to open for Aerosmith in 2005, and hasn't talked to him since. Ace Frehley and Gene Simmons.
Gwar, I put in the same category as a Kiss. Now, who
But
came
Gwar
first?
is at least entertaining.
Who came
because-
first?
Kiss came before Gwar, right?
Oh, I know the Kiss came
Yeah.
before Gwar.
I don't know. Did they?
But, yes, they did.
But they
pretty
scared me
much.
too, Gwar.
But
Yeah.
Gwar is just they're insane. They
little
literally
scary.
have insane concerts.
It's a little scary.
Well, I mean, when you get covered in fake blood, I mean,
don't
you have to
like
wear
that.
disposable clothes to a
I
concert.
don't like that.
Yeah, it's a little nutty.
I want to look
But
super
I like
cute when I go to
Sexecution-
concerts.
All right,
I don't like
Sexecutioner is a great song.
Sexecutioner.
That's one of their songs called Sexecutioner.
From
and Vlad the Impaler. Another
Gwar?
great song.
From Gwar?
That's Gwar's songs, yeah.
Okay, I don't like that. Howard Stern show accuses Bruce of stealing Kiss.
We want to play the Anne Marie clip if you want to prioritize. If it's the third one with fucking Craig Gass. It's Gene Simmons meets Gene Simmons, and it's probably the third one.
Gene Simmons meets Gene Simmons. There's only two.
It's the second one then. Whatever the last one.
Okay, hold on. Please hold, all my friends.
I thought I had three, but I guess there's two. It better be in this.
You made no secret. You've had over
All right, you're going to tell me if this is it or not. Here
Yeah, I
we go.
think it's it.
All right, here we go.
3,000 women.
Only 3,000?
More than that.
The
A lot
hair.
more than that?
No, he's right. Can I ask you reasons? One, pragmatic, which is a
Look
big
at that
word like
hair.
gymnasium, and the other one is that I don't want to insult her wishes. At the end of the day, I think the green light and the red light is totally up to the woman. She determines
about
if this
rape.
goes to the next step. So if I find you attractive and I want to do something about it, I'd say I find you very attractive immediately, just to set the tone.
This
So
is
that
it.
So I know
from then
out,
on-
out in the green room, for example, Anne Marie, who works for us, is very beautiful. You came right up to her and you said, "Hey, honey, you look great."
I don't talk. Hey, honey, you look
No, not,
great.
hey, honey,
what
but
are
you
you
told
talking?
her she looked great, and you
A
were
beautiful woman. Look, women
you
spend
were ready
so
to have
much
sex with her.
on the spot.
Right there. That's Anne Marie.
Hello.
Anne Marie, where you doing? Where you going?
Nowhere.
I was doing my nanny thing.
Wait, was that him talking?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where you doing? Where you going?
Nowhere.
I was doing my nanny thing. That's our office manager. Do we have a nice office manager? We do.
His hair is like Barbie doll hair.
That's right,
Yeah.
Appy. The original hair system is right there.
If only.
You never get. Anne Marie is tough to find.
Women spend so much time taking care of themselves. The
Wow.
only thing they want
See
you
that,
to do is to
Casey?
notice them. I think it's the least I could do.
I wonder what Casey was doing there. He was there.
One time I had sex
Hold
with
on.
Charlotte Ray from Facts of Life.
Yes.
And you know, it's funny because during the incident,
That's
she
such
was
a Benji.
complaining about Tootie. I looked at her, I said, listen, I don't know what I'm supposed
such
to be
a-
doing with all this information you're giving me, but shouldn't you be doing something else with your mouth right now?
Right.
And she said, you know what, Gene, you're right. Having sex with Gene Simmons.
Can you like make it into a bed or no?
Sure.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can lay in it. Oh, no, it's
Oh, yeah.
over. Oh, yeah.
Casey's
yeah, it's
in that
about
shot.
6.5 to 7 feet long.
Big
Yeah.
Kiss casket.
Oh, yeah.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
If you want to have sex with Gene later, just please wait outside the studio, okay? Girls, do you both want to have sex with Gene?
Yeah, where's that line
Sure.
today?
You do?
You know what the worst part about wearing that white makeup is like it really shows people with
You would like
fucking
to have
yellow
sex with
teeth.
Gene? What about you,
Yeah.
honey? You want,
Line up.
you want sex with him?
Why don't we get them to get naked?
Enjoy the meeting.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you know.
Oh no, go away, girls, go away, girls.
Horrible. I've seen
Oh.
worse.
I lost Xavier, so this is a perfect time to
you're
play.
so gross.
Oh no.
It's a perfect time to play the
there he
last
is.
clip of the day. Hey, Xavier, thanks for joining
Chief
us.
Phony Feathers. He's wearing a Daniel Poon
Daniel-
Poon cap.
Say that fast five
damn
times.
song parody, man.
I can't.
Daniel Poon.
Daniel Poon cap.
It's a Poon
It
cap.
kind of is for
Poonhound.
him.
Yeah, for him, yeah. Fake hair. It's a Poon cap.
So So luckily, we're going to end this show with probably one of the worst clips you'll ever see ever.
I didn't tell you to play it. I want you to vet it first, but it is. I think I know what you're playing.
No, please, dear God, no.
I will eject if it's the.
Would you
I'm not
stop? Would you
joking.
just stop?
I will eject
What is
if it's
wrong
what you.
with you? You know,
No,
I'm
play it. Go
amazed.
ahead. Do it's your show. Do what you need to
I'm
do.
going to fast forward through the nasty
do
bits.
what you need to do.
They're
I will-
all nasty bits.
I will
Everything
fast
about
forward
this
through the
is
nasty
what you need to do.
So on Monday, if you heard the show, we were talking about a clip that John happened to mention where Sal was banging Richard in the butt
Shower.
at Bubba's wedding.
Yes.
Okay. So unluckily for us, he
Was that
found
when
the clip.
Hulk was banging the bride?
Yes, we do not have that clip, but this is only 47 seconds long.
It'll be on Patreon later, guys. On the Deppening
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Guys.
the whole wedding 2 hours.
Like and subscribe.
Let's
Well,
just
Monique,
have-
before you go on though, in that whole video, the Bubba, Howard has a birthday dinner Beth throws for him, so they filmed that. That's kind of interesting for some other time, and Beth takes credit for the dinner, and then they show Ronnie going nuts at Bubba's wedding with all that shit. So it's really good. The whole thing is
shit.
it's like
Okay,
2 hours.
I have
Yeah,
not
that's
been
exactly
on
right.
here in 2 days, and I'm
Some
going
Tuesdays
through.
off.
Well, I'm going through all of my stuff here, and you know what's missing? Bon
What?
Jovial.
What?
I want to feel the sun.
Oh no! Why is that not?
I don't know.
He took it out.
I don't know. I haven't touched anything on here. And it was here. It was here, and now it's gone.
It's
Those Aussies, they steal everything.
Forget this.
Bunch of criminals.
Damn it! What is wrong with you,
You know,
Bon?
the Kiwis don't do that.
Of all
Kiwis don't do that. You're exactly right.
They
All right,
don't
here we
do
go.
that. Just the Aussies.
Oh, those criminals in Australia.
Oh, Gary, my hand's right over the X.
Jesus.
Go ahead,
Would you
play.
stop? Would
I'm
you
not joking.
stop?
You do what you need to do.
I hate men.
Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
getting a little sick already.
I'm gonna go through it quickly. Okay, here we go.
I'm
Can't
just
go
telling
through
you.
quick enough.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh.
They're making out right now. They're making out. Oh my God.
Disgusting. Disgraziad.
There's no other way to frame it.
Graziad.
We can't.
Look, we're laughing. It's a joke. It gets worse. It gets worse.
No.
Maybe it doesn't get worse. I mean, it
can't get worse.
15 minutes
No.
of that.
Yeah, but he's just too naked in it for me to
Yep.
play. I'm
You
gonna.
see Sal's penis, right, when he twirls
Yes,
around?
yes, and then we
No,
have.
no, I
yes.
didn't
No, we're
notice
not
any-
going
I
to
saw
see it. We're not
nothing.
going to. We're not going to see it. We're not going to see it. I
No,
promise.
I don't wanna- no.
No, I promise. I
David goes,
promise.
I'm straight now.
See, I can't believe Xavier blew out on us.
They had gay
I don't blame
sex.
him.
Yes, you saw that. Sal and Richard had actual gay sex at Bubba's wedding. That counts. That's a whole.
Well,
Where is I want to feel the
Last
sun?
time
I'm so
breed.
upset about this.
The bride.
John, can you send that back to me?
Sure. I mean, you want just the YouTube part of it, or because I don't have the video ready as a download, but I can give you the link.
Yes, that would be great.
Okay.
If you
Boys in the Hamptons.
Oh, okay. If you
I
just
put-
tell me what.
Oh my God! I put 1B in and it came up on my. You know how when you search in Google, it does all your. Oh my God! It's the first thing. I put 1B in. This came up.
All right, I'm gonna promise I will download this for another time.
There you go. You got it.
See, you guys don't really get to see the whole thing. You're not missing much, but it's.
Read the comments on this when you get a chance.
It's the funniest thing Howard's done since 2009, and that was 10 years ago.
RadioGunk brought me here, I think, at some point.
Dog Saloon.
Yeah, that was the old dog shed.
Let's move on.
And it's
Just the same with you. Cloudless skies, it's like a beautiful day. A beautiful day.
Beautiful day. Horrible.
Windows down, music up. Feel the sun from above.
Yeah, you just need a little palate
That's-
cleanser after that horrific thing
That's
that you just saw.
incestuous. That is so incestuous.
It's
I love it.
just- Yeah, I know.
13,000 views and 12,000 are me. The backstory behind that,
you typed it. I love that you started with the B, and it was already downloading for you.
The
Oh my God,
backstory
that's
on that,
so
Howard took
funny.
the pictures, chose the music, made the video, gave it to Beth's mom. Somebody mirrored it from Beth's mom's Facebook, and that's the real deal. Howard did every bit of that. It's not doctored. It's not anything. It's a Howard Stern production, 112%.
That's Howard's taste in music.
Yep, that's his real
Howard's
taste.
in art.
It's everything.
And yeah, that's disturbing.
Could you imagine being Beth's mom and having your 40-year-old kids incestuously frolicking on the beach, and your 60-something son-in-law made the video?
No.
How do you possibly present that?
It doesn't happen. That's not something that happens in life. It's just not.
There's no way that they
With their
opened
shirts
that
off.
up and went, "Oh, this is wonderful." No, there was no way that happened.
No, you know what though? You know, he's feeding their daughter. It's like, oh,
Right.
Howard,
And-
that was just
and-
one of the most wonderful things.
And helped out the house arrest. So
That
yeah,
is the
I
most
guess so.
beautiful thing that anybody has ever done for me in
That's
my
it.
life.
That's what she wants to hear. That's what he thinks she's going to hear from her. You're so artistic. You're so deep. Oh my God.
You're brilliant. You're just
How
such
did
a
you
brilliant
choreograph
man.
that? I love what my son Doug with his wet physique winking at me.
I cannot believe I didn't have this. Now I have to add it back in
Yeah,
now.
that's wrong.
Jesus,
Yeah, I'm
it's just
sorry.
wrong. It's just wrong.
That's just wrong.
All right, so we are done with you miscreants for the week. Well, yeah, we'll try and pull
Yay.
out a couple of shows.
Maybe we can. Hey, maybe it'll actually happen.
Maybe we'll actually do
We
that.
should have an Eric the Midget show.
We did.
We did.
We did?
You could
Yeah.
have 10 of them and you wouldn't be through with it.
Yeah, we did, babe. We did. We did do that.
I love Eric the Midget.
If any
though,
of you
so
have any
much.
requests for a show you'd like for us to do whilst
the
Howard
Midget.
is on, we did
More.
that already. Oh, part two?
Part two.
Part two. I have all those
Oh wait!
clips
Oh
too.
no! Case and Joplin. We've never
Yeah,
done the
Jason
Case
and Will,
Joplin.
Dennis. Combine Jason and Will together.
Oh, them together.
It's a package
oh my
deal.
God.
Does
There's
Will
plenty
even
of
need
hate to go
anything?
around.
Does Will need?
Yeah, Will's got some stuff.
Will sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. It's
Damn.
back. Here.
I wanna feel the sun, have barbecues.
It's a much better sounding one. I'm
Yeah,
glad I took it directly
It's
from
enhanced.
Yeah.
that. Yes, it's enhanced.
Call-in show.
Audio
Hey,
enhanced.
Midlife
Call-in show would be good.
crises.
Oh,
What's
okay.
a call-in
I like
show?
a call-in show. I like a
I
call-in
like
show.
call-in shows as long as it's taken seriously.
Deppening Friday night. We're going to go over Tracy
Seriously?
Lord's affair with
serious.
death.
It's
Oh,
serious
nice,
manner.
Tracy Lords.
Tracy Lords.
Johnny Bye Bye got me the Tracy Lords book, so I have to sift
dear
through it
God.
and go over the affair they had in the Crybaby set.
Yeah.
while
So
he's
I
with
will
Winona
highly
Ryder.
recommend to you a podcast if you need something while you're sleeping and want to listen to something about Tracy Lords, but it gives you her entire history and that whole she was only like 17 thing
Yes.
and
She's
and
just
basically
17,
how
you
that
know
was
what I
like
mean.
manipulated, that they knew that she obviously was that age, but that it came out when it did made everything so much more expensive and so much like her price went like skyrocketed.
Do you want to promote your podcast appearance, Monique? Your guest
Oh,
appearance?
it's not.
You
It's
gonna do
not. It's not.
that? Okay, you're not going
firmed
to
up
say
yet.
it until it's all right.
So
Okay.
yeah, I'm supposed to do a guest spot
Chief
on
Phony
a-
Feathers, lawsuits and versus CBS and others. Also very fascinating.
the one where he's crying hysterically
Yes.
at the CBS.
But he never cries. He said he doesn't cry.
Yeah,
he said
yeah.
that. He said that on air recently, twice.
Yeah, he doesn't cry and he doesn't get hugs. All right, so anything you want to talk about, by all means, do it in the. I'm going to put up a question and what show you guys would want to hear, and you can answer there.
Kleenex Times with David.
And then we shall see you the next time that we do this. Thank you for running the show for me, guys, yesterday. I appreciate it. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forums section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.